is amazing. It was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Water.
For the first time here for season 3. Davis on pole, Vandergren in second. It's going to be sprint round action here tonight. Let's go racing here at Daytona. It was a good start there from Davis in comparison to Vandergren in behind. Cowan's absolutely bogged it up and already dropped out of the top 3 here as they come down towards turn 1 for the first time. There's biffing and barging between Gallen and Cowan. These guys are still going at it after last season. They survived for this time by though. Through turn 2 and 3 they come. Nice and clean, boys. Keep it up as they come up to...
I love riding. It's a real social thing. There's a great bond between riders.
Every weekend I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other.
Riding to work is a great way to start the day.
Shannon's insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer features riders really want. It's why they're one of Australia's leading motorcycle insurance providers.
Whatever you ride, whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride.
ride with Shannon's.
Call 134646 for a quote.
Through turn 1, it was a horrible start from De Bono, who's absolutely bogged it up and gets eaten alive by Dixon and Gowans as they come on through. Through turn 1 they come, and they all spread out around in towards the first sector of the Silverstone circuit. They look all right at the moment. Okay, there's already been a car spun round. That's Jordan Ferguson offline.
Is green, green, green at Road Atlanta here as well. Faulkner did get away. De Bono is tucked in as well. Unfortunately, Houghton is on that outside line. De Bono does want to tell him to do. He's got the job. De Bono's overtaken. Now can he get Ben Faulkner? Up through turns for 2 and 3 they go. Round the right-hander, dropping down the hill. Faulkner's out in front. De Bono second. Houghton third. Ratcliffe in fourth. No real dramas going into turn 1.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 134646 for a quote.
amazing. It was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to snip on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Bruce Tanek and Jamie Dyke just absolutely drove away from us. Hayden trying to go around the outside. This is where he could have just sent it up the inside, but he hasn't committed, which is fair enough. It's very scary out there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we get a good run. Dodds just absolutely competitive here. Really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to SRW TV, and welcome into the Warner Brown Tools V8 Supercars series here for round 6 of season 2 of 2025 for the Split 2 and Split 1 action here this evening out of Virginia International Raceway. I'm your commentator Hamish Munro, joined once again by the great Steve Sinkovic alongside. After a week away, you're back, Sinker. You missed out on the wet and wild action of Interlagos last week. This week we go racing at a circuit that we're not particularly fond of, but it can create some good racing. The only difficulty is drivers can start to sort of spread. But with the sprint round tonight, 2 20-minute races per split, I think we should get some good racing on offer. Possibilities of safety car pretty low because it's just a giant paddock with a circuit on it. But I think the wheel-to-wheel action could be unmatched in comparison to other races.
Definitely not one of my favourite tracks, mate. Definitely not to drive or even to commentate on, to be totally honest. But these boys will be entertaining. It's going to be they're going to be trying to do 2x2 in some of these corners, and the slightest touch of grass, which is everywhere, is just going to send cars spiraling everywhere off the track. We've got some few depth spots here as well, which will always see carnage at the top of the hill coming down to the right hand, and when it comes back down again, that top of the hill is a good passing point at the end of the straight. That's always up for some entertainment, and the first corner as well. But we'll see what happens, mate. Maybe they'll surprise us like they did a few weeks ago when we thought it was going to be whole calamity, and it was clean as.
Maybe they will. We'll have to wait and see. We come into this round tonight with the championship standings in a very interesting place. Very, very quickly loading in right now because I just thought of it actually. But Jeff Arnold is leading the way for the rookie class at the moment. Looks to be very, very competitive for Velocity Racing Team, especially with some drivers getting reclassed over the last few weeks. It's kind of changed up the order just a little bit here. But I think for Jeff, it's, opportunity now to try and maximise. He's got a good 40 points over Brad Mays. In behind him, Di Feldman, P3 in the championship, 267 points. John Van Ree, Martin Lipsky in behind them as well. And I think, it's now about, we're past halfway point of the season, Sinker. It's now about trying to maximise your season, trying to maximise your championship, and trying to maximise where you can get points and how well you can do. But with consistency from Jeff, he's doing a bang-up job of, getting those points every single week.
100%. And have a look at the third place, Di Feldman. Very, very good. Yeah. Shows that bit of consistency out there is the key.
It is. It is. She's doing very, very well.
Some of the old vets. Where is he? Mr. Johnson in 6th. Yeah, good to see. Brad Mays, Jeff Arnold. And I noticed a few of them got promoted up. I think Brad Wall got moved up over the weeks into the M's.
Yeah,
he did. Look at that.
So he did get moved up, but he has not been added to the standings yet. So hopefully he gets added after this week. I know he has there. He's Bradley Wall in P7 right now. Yep. But yeah, Clutter's leading the way. Nommensen, who's been a little bit of a sneaky achiever all season. He's only 1 point behind Clutters at the moment after drop rounds. He's very, very under the radar. Michael Quash up there too. Craig Healy, Ron Allen, Scott Weston, Brad Wall, Tommy DeWitt, Marty Hughes, and Ray Oliver for the top 10, of that championship run. But it's highly contested. It's closely contested as well. And these drivers will be hoping to maximise on everything here this evening. We're in the midst of qualifying though, and at this stage, Scott Weston of East West Tasmanian Racing sits at the top of the timesheets at the moment in his 052 Mustang with a 150.78 at this stage is his fastest time. Bartosz, who's shown good pace this season but has lacked that consistency. It proven last week as well, just lacked a little bit of consistency out at Interlagos. He sits P2 at this stage. Ray Oliver, Nathan Cabman up there as well for the rookies. Reg James, Brett Taylor. Mr. Taylor in P6. Could he be on for a podium tonight? We'll have to wait and see. Clutter's the championship leader for the AMS class as well. And then Jeff Arnold inside the top 10, the championship leader for the rookies as well. So about just around about 5 minutes left in qualifying. Drivers will have time, obviously, to get some times in, but they will get cut off at the 15-minute sinker, as we have got no normal rounds left this season. We've got our 2 sprint rounds this week and then the week after, and then the enduro round for the final round of the season at Sebring as well.
It's one real interesting thing that I've just been looking at with that ladder is that it really has elevated some of these drivers that was sort of mid-pack drivers. They've always been fighting for a title because the way we've had the series split up and everything like that. But now this double split 1 and split 2, has given some of these drivers a bit of time to shine. And Scotty West is a perfect example. I think he's really found some form fighting at the front of the grid, and I think he's found his spot. He does well in clean air, and can rip up the track really nicely when he's focused on it. And I think he's benefited very well from this split.
I think he has. I think he's, again, he's proven himself thus far this season. Actually, I've just noticed we have Donington Park at the end of the season for round 9. And I don't know if that is going to be a sprint or a normal round. It's not an enduro because Sebring's their enduro for round 8. So we'll see how that lines up as well. I mean, I think the big difficulties tonight is just keeping it on the tarmac. I think the issue is the grass. It's like a tractor beam, to pardon the pun. You end up out in the grass, and it is so hard to get the car back onto the road that you can just end up further and further out. The harder you try. So it's a little bit like quicksand in a way as well. So drivers are going to have to be cautious of that. If it was wet tonight, it would be like absolute ice out there in the grass, and you'd have no hope of getting it back on track at that point. So
the biggest problem is when you go off the track here, you keep going and you keep going and you keep going. You literally could go right across the track, and it's just green all the way through. So it's a tough one. You've got to be careful there. The track edge, look at it, the white line, that's it. You go past that exit and that's it. You're all over Red Rover.
Of course, this circuit has got many different layout variants as well, including, I believe, an endurance layout, which has got the outer loop and the infield combined. But they don't have it in iRacing, I don't believe, so we don't run it in Supercars. Plus, if we did run it, we'd be running like a 2-minute 30 or 2-minute 40 lap time, which is a bit too long for us here. But it's, you said it's green everywhere. I don't think we're going to see a yellow flag tonight, if I'm honest, Sinker. Unless someone blows the engine at the end of the back straight and they're parked up on the tarmac, I doubt we're going to see a safety car, because there's hardly any walls for you to hit and not be in a safe position. So unless someone crashes on the main straight or on the back straight and ends up on the road, I doubt we're going to see one.
Also, impact from one driver to another driver, just losing control, flying across the track.
Yeah,
you could quite easily destroy. So the track temperature is actually 52 degrees Celsius, and ambient temperature is 27 at the moment. So do we have any rain on the prospects? None at all.
Not
all nice and clear.
It is hot. It is hot out there on the track. There's going to be low grip. Bartish has gone to the top, mind you, with a 150.78. So he's only just beaten Scott Weston by 0.06 of a second. And for Scott Weston, he's probably on his final run at the moment. Jack Alisi showing good pace tonight. He raced pretty well last week as well. Raced up towards the podium. So he's found a little bit more consistency, and hopefully he can continue to find more consistency as well.
Looks like someone's thrown up on his car.
Yeah, it looks like he's gone into a paint shop and he's knocked over some pallet racking of paint on his car.
Yeah, let's try this colour. Let's try this colour. Try this colour. I know what he's doing. He's trying to see which colour pops the most for the next colour.
Yeah, I suppose Barb's is right though. The debris is going to be a massive thing as well, of drivers heading off track at the grass and then bringing that debris back onto the road. So that will be a big point tonight, and that will definitely test the drivers tonight as well, especially through this little roller coaster section as we see Alisi pull off track. That's qualifying done for him. But yeah, the debris is probably going to be the bigger factor tonight, is how much grass gets pulled onto the road.
30 seconds to go.
30 seconds. I mean, it's, drivers who can get times done, they're going to try and get them done. Where is Mr. Weston? He's going to finish this lap as he comes up towards the line.
How tight he is behind there.
He's trying to get as much tow as possible. His final run for pole position, it's not good enough. It's a 150.84. Cadman can't beat it either. What about Clutterbuck? I don't think he's got enough time. He's only got 10 seconds left and he's just on the back straight, so probably not for Clutters here. So it looks to be pole position with Dan Bartish here this evening for the split 2 action and the split 2 side of things for race number 1.
I'm noticing a few guys while they're doing that qualifying were taking a bit of time on the grass, getting used to it. So I think it's going to be a bit of a tough night tonight. I think we're going to see corner 1, a bit of havoc, and that little first few S's. I think that first half of the track's going to be absolute hell.
Tyre wear is going to be a massive factor this evening, at least in split 2. We're unsure what the track temps are going to be for split 1. You'd have to think it's going to be very, very similar, though, as the starting grid for tonight's race is as follows. Dan Bartish will start pole alongside Scott Weston on the front row. Then it's an all-rookie second row of the grid with Nathan Cadman and Ray Oliver. Jack Alisi, Daniel Clutterbuck then for your top 6. Matt Fu, Reg James, Jeff Arnold and Brett Taylor for the top 10. Alan Mazzaroli, Michael Quash then for the top 12 as well. With Kurt Nommensen, Marty Hughes, Tommy DeWitt, Craig Healy, Di Feldman, Ron Allen, Brad Wall, Wayne Edwards for the top 20, Brad Mays, Brendan Sopar, John Van Ree, and Brad Anderson for our top 24 cars on the road, with Chris Tomlin at the back of the field, Greg Barber, and then Sam Katakazinis and Matt Keane in the race control here this evening as well. And I am just going to double check, because I think I read that Ray Oliver had moved classes. Let me double check this.
He's not on the thing. He has?
Yeah, he has. So let me quickly change that.
Yep. Here we go. 30 seconds to go. Love the cars going all the way around the corner. This is going to be a special one tonight. Hopefully some action for us to get excited about, even though me and you both hate this track as a personal choice. But cars are looking flash. Engines are sounding mean. That's how we go.
They are sounding ready to roar on. I have changed his class as well, so he is an AM. Yep, thanks, Cowie. Just clocked that.
I'm going to go to Brett Taylor.
Okay.
The second cam.
Lights up for race number 1 this evening at Virginia International Raceway. 5 lights. And the run down towards turn 1 begins. It's a good start from Bartish. Cadman and Weston bogging it up. But Ray Oliver and Daniel Clutterbuck are rocketing through. But Bartish has built an incredible lead already towards turn 1 as the scramble begins and they get door to door and Weston's been doored off the track. As Cadman was holding that inside line. Oh my God.
Up in the back.
A massive shunt at the back. It's a car park at turn 1. Drivers trying to find a way through. As Bartish leads away.
That was just racing 3 wide, got a little bit bumpy, trying to fit across the track. I'd say that, personally, I think that's going to be NFA, just racing incident. 2 cars at the very back stuck on each other by the look of it. So they're going to have to go for the pits. Everyone else has kept going.
So Bartish leads. Craig Healy has called it, I believe he's called it in for that lap 1, turn 1 incident.
Yeah, car 4's towing.
Yeah, not surprised. So Healy having to tow back
Healy
to pits. What a start, though, from Ray Oliver.
I saw Healy's number just down, 6-7 I got. I saw Healy's number then, I just realised, 6-7. Oh, he's taking my number, but there's no 0 in front of it.
Nommensen is dropping down the field and he's off into the grass at the entry to the back straight. So he's having to lick his wounds at the moment. There's Kurt Nommensen.
Really need to stay on the black stuff. You get on the green stuff, you're going to lose 5 to 10 positions quite easily. There's just so much runoff that by the time you get back, it's all over Red Rover. You're almost better off just to drive at 90%, stay clean, and go for it. That car right in front there, is it Lipsky or is it? There
was Mazzaroli who had he had a horrid start. So it all started at turn 1 with Scott Weston being doored off the road by, I think it was Daniel Clutterbuck. So Cadman with a big send. So that's actually going to look very poorly on Nathan Cadman there. And then you just see it in the background just begin to, Tommy DeWitt, and I think it might have been, Brett Taylor.
It was all about avoiding it. It looked like it was Brett Taylor.
And then Alisi and Arnold off the road as well further around. Try and see what possibly could have gone through the mud of Nathan Cadman. But I think from my money, Sinker, Cadman's probably going to get a drive through because he's dived from a massive length back.
Yeah.
On the other. Oh, it was a jump start nearly there by Weston as well. So he may even have a drive through just yet if it's counted that as a jump start. So there goes Clutters. There's Ray Oliver alongside him just to the left. And then watch the send up the inside. Makes contact. He was nowhere near alongside before turning. Likely going to be a drive through there for Cadman.
Yeah, 100%, man. He had some cheap 2-cent stamps that he wanted to try to send, and he sent them all right. That was way back, man. That was like another postcode.
So Bartish leads the way by 1.8 seconds down the back straight at this stage. Brett Taylor on the second screen having to lick his wounds for the moment. Ray Oliver follows him through with Daniel Clutterbuck in behind. Cadman leads the way for the rookie class, but could quite likely have a drive-through coming his way for the contact on lap 1, turn 1 with Daniel Clutterbuck ricocheting him into Scott Weston. But of course that decision will come down to race control and how they review it. Reg James, Michael Quash, Matt Fu, Di Feldman, second place in the rookies at the moment, Sinker. So you might start campaigning here for Cadman to get a drive-through, because that'll then mean Feldman will be leading the rookie class for race number 1.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Oh, it's more and more carnage ensuing down at the roller coaster.
Yeah,
down the hill.
Brad Anderson got involved in something there as well. This spot's a killer coming down this hill. It's a spot where he's
they
done
were
exactly
separate.
the same what I do.
Yeah.
He's done exactly what I do. You just come in too high, and the car lifts across there, and you're losing the balance, and then it just goes off all over the place. Thank you for the compliments there, Ray. It's good to be back, mate. I did miss it all last week.
So shouldn't see any pit stops across both races tonight for either split. We've got, of course, 4 races across the night, 2 for split 2, 2 for split 1, 20 minutes apiece. So straight up sprint racing here this evening for these drivers.
I've got the second camera on Chris Tomlin now chasing down Van Ray, but now you can see down Scotty Weston in 18th place with Brad Wall chasing down Marty Hughes. So there's a bit of a tag team going on there as well. JP. Come on, JP. Pull that in.
He's trying to win favour.
Yeah, I know. The pace down there is pretty impressive at the moment. The boys at the front, just right now, Danny Bartouche, mate, he's just in a cracker of a lap, a 151.076. So he's doing really well. He's about 4 tenths faster than Ray Oliver, who he's in the AMs now, isn't he? He hasn't changed colour on time.
He's in the AMs, don't worry. So.
Yeah. And then Clutters and Nathan kept cracker of a season, mate.
He is, leading the way for the AMS class at the moment. P3 on the road at the moment tonight, so it could be a good chunk of points for him here in race 1. Of course, the reverse top 10 could have big factors come race 2. We would suspect if Cadman, because we obviously haven't heard from Barbs yet, if Cadman gets that drive-through, we might possibly see Ron Allen get promoted up to P10, which would then give him the provisional pole for race 2 this evening, which puts a little bit more pressure now on Brad Mays to try and get that position off him.
Yeah, 100%. We're all going to, these viewers out here, pipe it up now. I want to hear you all cheering on for Di, putting your fingers together, crossing everything you can. She's in 3rd place, in 2nd place actually, because Ray Oliver is an AM. She's in 2nd place of the rookies, and she's about 7 seconds behind Nathan Cadman. And isn't Nathan the one who sent it?
It was, yeah. He sent it lap 1, turn 1.
So we could see Di Feldman taking heat 1.
Good. We very well could. So for those that are...
Get those pom-poms out, viewers.
Oh, get them out, get them ready to go. For those that might be wondering...
Give me a D.
For those that might be wondering what we're referencing, this was lap 1, turn 1. Scott Weston, minor jump start. I don't think he's copped a drive-through, which is good to see. But the send, we'll say, of Nathan Cadman at turn 1. He's a well way back. And
he hasn't even used his brakes. Oh, yeah, he's got that new brand of brakes. They're called TMX. He's used those TMX brakes, mate. They must be part of the Bendix range. Safety first? I don't think so. I'll tell you what, the bottom screen battle is heating up as well. Tomlin is having a great little stoush there with Scotty Weston. And we've got a big battle pack there. Brendan Soper has got a tail behind him. Tomlin, Weston, Van Ray, Hughes, and DeWitt. I think Brad Wall is requesting a tow. I'm not sure if he's in a spot where we can get a safety car, but I heard a very solemn voice there. 2x2. Tomlin thought better. Weston's got him on the inside.
Yeah, he's decided.
Tomlin's a smart driver.
Yeah,
he
very,
knows
very
he's
smart.
not battling him. He knows he's not battling him. He doesn't need to risk it for the biscuit. They're both still off the track, Marty Hughes and Brad Wall. Looking good.
Where is Brad? Oh, he is parked there.
Yeah.
He's been allowed
He
to
must
tow,
have.
and then there's Marty Hughes as well. So I reckon they've possibly
They've just
made
both been allowed to
contact.
tow. Yeah. And was it contact together, do you think?
Well, I mean, they're alongside each other on track, so quite possibly.
Oh, what happened to Brad?
Ooh.
That looked like hardware failure or something. His car just went straight.
Well, we'll watch it back again.
Oh, okay. So, Brad Wall had hardware failure, so his steering wheel stopped moving, stopped working, and
Oh, he didn't have any turn at all. It just wasn't turning. Drive-through penalty for Nathan Cabman for the incident responsibility, lap 1, turn 1. So as we assumed and alluded to, Cabman's now going to have to drive through pit lane, and this is how Hughes lost it. Little bit of a rear wiggle and into the wall for him. I think he's also possibly had a steering failure because that wheel is stuck hard left.
Yep. Oh, guys, I've got camera on the bottom there of Di Feldman. She has got to just keep Jack Alesi. Oh,
No,
Jeff Arnold
Alesi.
just passed Alesi because Alesi's gone off track.
But Alesi's
in
a different class anyhow, but now it's Jeff Arnold she has to worry about.
There's a bit of a buffer there.
Yeah.
Now the buffer is gone, and what we can see there is Di Feldman, and that black car behind her is Jeff Arnold chasing her down. Not black, it's a navy blue.
It is a navy blue, yes. Navy blue and white.
Come on, Di, you can do this.
You can do it, Di. Someone needs to tell her. Someone needs to tell her that she's battling for the win. Someone needs to vocalize it.
Yep. Get in there, Steph. I know you got some connections in there.
With this gap though of Cabman to Feldman, Cabman may come out of pit lane just amongst this battle, so we could have a three-way dance for the race win of the rookies class in race number 1. But it will depend on when he serves this drive-through. Of course, he has 3 laps to do it, and with 9 minutes to go. So we'll see if he does it this time. But he was handed it before he started this lap, so he should only have 2 more opportunities to come through pit lane. He's going to go again, so he's going to try and wait as long as possible.
Oh, unless he's having a shocker of a night. He's off track again.
Oh, again, see, just... Yeah. And it's a real shame because Jack has got some great pace amongst this field, but he's just struggling with some inconsistencies. Hopefully more time in the car, he can get more and more comfortable, and he can just continue to stride on. And if he can fix that consistency sinker, he's going to be a race-winning contender week in and week out for sure. So hopefully he keeps his chin up and can clean up those mistakes a little bit.
Alan Mazzaroli got drive-through penalty for incident on the first lap. That was the bottleneck behind those guys.
Yeah, when he turned Brett Taylor around, I believe it was, at the race start too. So penalty's getting handed out. He's come in now. So Mazzaroli has now committed to the drive-through penalty. This should be our battle for the AM win now, going on forward as you ride on board with Jeff Arnold.
Tommy DeWitt, drive-through penalty.
As Daniel Clutterbuck has just lost position. Big lock-up from Ray Oliver ahead, though. Cabman's now come through. Cabman should be a non-issue because he
Oh,
needs to
boxed him
commit.
in.
Cabman needs to
boxed him.
commit to the drive-through penalty, remember. If he doesn't commit to it, he will get
He'll be
disqualified
DQ'd if he
by
doesn't.
iRacing.
Yep.
So this
I
could
wonder
be...
if he knows that rule.
Oh, I'd hope so. I've had a scenario where someone hasn't known it before and then they've complained. It's like, well, it's an iRacing black flag.
Like
You
you
get
mean
disqualified. Yes, iRacing black flag. You got to commit to it, otherwise you get disqualified. That's what happens. So Cabman, I believe, should have to come in this lap. If he doesn't come in this lap, he's going to be disqualified by iRacing. So he's coming in now to serve the drive-through. So Cabman in.
Here we go. Guys coming through on the bottom screen.
Yep, so she's going to get this position now over Nathan Cabman. And it's going to create a great battle for the race win.
Oh, she's just going to get him there too.
Yep,
Here we go.
Feldman got him.
He's halfway through. Oh, she's going to have at least 2 or 3 seconds on him.
Where's Ron Allen?
Nice work, Ron.
Ron might get him here.
Jeff
I think
Arnold.
Yeah, Ron's going to get him as well.
Yep, yeah, there you go. Ron Allen is part. Oh, he's in behind Maisie as well. So he's got a lot of work to do. But Di's holding her own, mate. She's last lap. She did a 153.5, the 153.2, so a comparable pace between her and Jeff Arnold. Arnold is sitting at about 1.8 seconds behind, so it's going to be a tough one.
So Matt Fu sits hot on the heels of Michael Quash at the moment as they battle their way up the hill. This is the battle for P5 on the road. Brad Mays now sits provisional pole for race 2 with 6 minutes left to go in this
about
one.
3 laps and a bit.
Yeah, 3 and a bit laps. So Feldman's got a whirlwind of pace and a whirlwind of gap over Jeff Arnold in behind her. 2.5 seconds is the gap between Feldman and Arnold. She just has to keep it on the road for the next 5.5 minutes, and she'll be a race winner for her class for the first time in SRW.
First female in a V8 supercar to win a class if she can get this done. 4.5 years we've been waiting for this.
I feel like that's more or less I mean, it's you know, as good of friends they are, it has been the battle to take that title between Steph and Di. Which one of them would take the race win first?
Steph's got
she's got a race,
86 win.
Yeah, she's got a class win in the 86s, but for the supercars, they've been going back and forth on who would get it.
Yep. And here she goes. She's doing really well. So the gap is still consistent. She's actually pulled away. She's got 2.6 seconds on that. Doing really well. Applying the pressure.
So Cabman right now hot on the heels of Brad Mays. So pole position may not be decided just yet for race 2. And we know that Cabman's got some good pace. He put this car high up the field in qualifying. And if he starts this car on pole, well, it might be difficult to get past him and get the job done for the race win in race 2. So we'll see how we go.
Look at these boys go. Great work there. It was a nice pass there. I think you learnt from the postage stamp you had before.
James is heating up Ray in the chat.
2 old chooks going for it. I love it. Love it. The rest of the field is looking awesome. Kurt Normanson has got pressure from Jack Alesi and Scotty Weston. Scotty Weston's trying to get himself back up towards the pointy end. Biggest movers so far. Di Feldman up 10 places and Brad Mays up 10 places. So Di can pull this off. It's going to be the most moves and a fantastic spot because she'll be in the middle of that top 10 reverse as well, which will get her up the pointy end too.
Yeah, she'll be up
probably
in
fourth.
P4, and at the moment she'll start the race on the podium for race 2 for her class. She'll be P3 in the AMs on the starting grid for race 2. So right off the back of Kurt Normanson, he's got Jack Alesi, Scott Weston chasing him down as they run down the back straight past the old pits and up towards the fast-paced roller coaster section, the switchbacks down the hill. Probably my least favourite part of the circuit, I'll be honest with you. It is so jarring trying to get a car through here. And there
isn't a favourite or non-favourite.
Well, I mean, it's such a tight track as well. It's so hard to get passes done. You've really got to try and set up your moves. As Weston looks real pacey behind Jack Alesi at the moment.
I'll tell you what, I'll take my hat off to these boys and girls. they've handled the track pretty well. Apart from the fact that we knew the first few corners are going to be traumatic, apart from that, it's been really good. Really good. It's been respectful. They're giving each other space. They all realise that they can't push that a little bit too hard because if they touch the grass, it's all over.
So Weston gets the job done on Elise. I believe there was a little bit of a lock-up into turn 1 for Brad Mays. So he's beginning to drop down the order a little bit here. 2 minutes to go. Cabman hot on the heels of Allen. So I would say, the smart strategy now for Cabman is...
Guys, look at Twitchy. She came through the S's and the front end looked a bit wobbly there. And it's sort of like she sort of overcorrected a little bit there. So there's a bit of nerves there. She's got a good gap there, so she shouldn't be worried about it. She's got 3 seconds she's pulled away, so she's done really well. That last lap, she was 7/10 faster than Jeff Arnold.
If you're Cabman right now, you're trying to get this job on Allen. Because... I've spoken about this before, that yes, starting pole is good, but if you can get past P9, you still start front row and you take extra points. So for me, P9 is the better finishing position out of the two, because you still start front row. Yes, you're not on pole, but you take a couple of extra points in that one as well. So it's, in my opinion, it works out better for yourself.
Has Barney come out just yet?
I believe, where's Bartish? He's coming around the final corner, so Barney should be out now.
I'm looking at Di crossing the start-finishing line now on the bottom screen.
Yeah.
And no, I couldn't see Barney at all.
Okay, I think we're going to have one more, quite possibly, unless Bartish decides to slow it up, because he's got 6 seconds, so...
I'm sure Barbs would tell us if it was final lap.
He would. He definitely would. But for
So
Bartish, he's not looking behind, he's looking ahead.
Yeah, Bartush is leading the AMs, and the rookie leader at the moment is Di Feldman on the bottom screen, having an absolute cracker.
He's having a great race, really gelling well with the circuit. Been working hard a long time to get solidified and comfortable in this car. Still struggles some weeks, but has had some extraordinary performances. It would not only be her first class win, it would also be her first class podium in a race here in the Supercars as well. We remember back at Indianapolis last season, where she nearly did it, and then Cowie broke all of our hearts by getting past her and taking the podium.
Well, I'll tell you what, Arnold's put the foot down. He's having a cracker this time round. He was 5/10 faster, so he's made up some time on that, but she has still got a lead of 2.5, so he's only made 5/10.
So where is Dan Bartish? She's coming down the hill. It's going to be checkered flag for Dan Bartish as he comes up to the line as we're past the 20-minute marker as well. And around the corner he comes. Dan Bartish will take the race win in race number 1 of VIR. Flashes the lights for us and takes the win in the 95 Camaro. Ray Oliver's going to take home P2 with Daniel Clutterbuck on the podium as well. Reg James in behind them. Solid top 4 finish. Michael Quash will come home in P5 just ahead of Matt Fu. And Di Feldman will win her first race in the rookie class in the V8 Supercars in race number 1.
Yeah, you good thing. Well done, Di. Congratulations. First female to win in a V8 Supercar for SRW, any SRW series in the V8s.
Ron Allen,
Well done.
Nathan Cabman will make up the top 10. Jeff Arnold was P2 for the rookies up in P8. Cabman will start pole for race number 2 here this evening. Brad Mays, Scott Weston, Jack Alisi, and Brett Taylor. And then Kurt Normanson for your top 15. Bartish did a half little... I want to say he did a burnout, but I feel he may have lost it because he nearly hit the wall then. Well, I don't even know if Feldman knows that she won.
I don't know, but I'll tell you what, we'll make an exception. If Di could get into the room with the warm-up, I'd love to have a chat to her.
That's if she can. It was a good win, though.
That's
for
if she's
Bartish.
here, it is.
She may not be. So for Bartish, it's good points gained. For Clutterbuck, it's good points gained. He only lost points to 2 drivers in the order, so should still lead the title race into race 2 tonight. Rich James, quiet achiever as well, got some solid points. I think the biggest loss tonight was probably Kurt Normanson, who's actually had a crash right before the finish line here. How in the hell has this happened to Kurt Normanson? Has he run out of fuel?
I think he has.
So he went off the track.
Yes. I think he's running a fuel or
Oh,
he's
it's
blowing
gonna
his
cut us
engine, one
off.
of the two. Great drive there. All the viewers out there are all cheering Die on. So hopefully this is back to this and has a look at some of the chat messages in there because people are congratulating her left, right, and centre. Very well done. Now, Steph Piccoli, you've got something to live up to. She's got one up on you, mate.
Ah,
No
his
fuel,
engine
fault.
went. So it wasn't his
Yeah.
fuel. He blew the engine down the hill, so couldn't quite make it to the line there for Kurt Nommensen. So that's big points lost in his championship charge in the AM class as well. Warm-up session, though, has begun. 5 minutes for these drivers to get their cars warmed up and ready for race 2 this evening.
Yeah. Predictions, mate. Predictions. Reverse top 10.
I don't know, car park at turn 1 again. Pretty standard.
It is a tough. It's a tough spot. That it doesn't. I mean, it looks easy as a turn right-hander, but it's not easy. That it's sort of there's a little bit of an inside camber on the inside part of it. But if you go anywhere from the halfway width of the track onwards, it dips outwards. So it's easy to go. Here we go. We've got the lovely lady here. I'm going to drag her in. Di Feldman, you absolute legend. First female driver to win a class in SRW V8 Supercars series, mate.
I thought someone else was in front of me.
Ray Oliver was, but he's a class above. He got moved up. So it was probably good for you because you weren't stressed about it as much.
Oh, stressing.
How did it feel? Because you looked up some beautiful laps in there. You pulled away at 1 second. He had you at about 1.2, and you pulled it out to just under 3 seconds at one point.
I just tried to stay with the guys in front, save a bit of tyre. Yeah, just keep it simple.
Keep it simple. There looked like there was a few nervous moments through the S's. I was looking at your steering wheel. A little bit of overcorrection left and right.
Oh, a little bit too much right foot now and again.
Yep. No panic set in though.
No. Not like rallycross. Rallycross is like 5 laps or 6 laps, and you got to get it.
I don't want to talk rallycross with you. You're really pro at that. You
I
actually
know.
destroyed me in rallycross.
I know why Di won tonight. It's because if she ended up off track, the rallycross skills would have come out in the grass. That's why.
She would have just flicked it, given it the old Scandi flick back on track.
Oh, I won't tell you what I do in practice then.
Well, mate, how's it feeling? You a bit of adrenaline buzz going or what?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
It's been a long time waiting. You've kept us waiting, mate. You've had a few close calls.
Oh, yeah, a few issues. Trying to work my way through them. Yeah. But get a lot of help. I couldn't do it without all the help I get. Yeah. Across different leagues and different people, different teams. It's just wonderful.
Well, you got to have a look at the chat on YouTube. The last 20 messages are all "Let's go, Di." Well done, Di. On your Di. It's everyone out there was supporting you and waving the flag. So now, and I've thrown down the gauntlet to Steph Piccoli now. I said Steph just needs to lift her game now.
Yeah, come on, Steph. She was in practice the other day. Yeah, it's good.
Well done, Di. Well, congratulations, mate. Get out there and focus for the next one, mate. You're in a really good spot. So,
Is it a reverse grid? No.
It is a reverse top 10, yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yep. Just stay on your line. Don't worry about what's going on behind you, and just keep out of trouble, and you'll be fine.
Di, just go for the whole shot off the start.
Well, let's go bowling.
Love your work, Di. Well done. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
All
Thanks,
right, take care.
Thanks, Di.
Bye.
We'll see if she can become a 2-time winner tonight, Sinko.
Well, you never know. I would never discount any of that coming out because we've seen crazy things happen before. Not that it would be totally crazy now that she's won it. We expect it every week, but it's good to see. I mean, that'll go up there with Brett Taylor's win a few seasons back last year.
It's a good point. Good point you bring up Brett Taylor. I think the next milestone we now need to tick off for crowd favourites is Brett Taylor winning an overall race. So taking P1 on the road.
He's come close, hasn't he, a few
He
times?
has.
He's been teasing us. He's been giving us the cookies, but leaving us the crumbs.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I feel kind of edged by Brett Taylor over the seasons now. I'd like to see it, please.
Yeah.
You know, especially...
It's actually starting to piss me off now.
It really is. You know, honestly, it is. It's like...
I'm getting aggro here, Brett. All right, I'm getting aggro.
You spend 2 years calling his races, and you're like, I just want to see you win a race, man. Come on. Like, you can do it. We believe in you.
Yeah. The belief is there, mate. Don't you worry about that. The belief is there.
The belief is there. We believe it's going to happen. You got to believe in yourself. But as drivers begin to grid up, the starting grid for race 2 will be as follows. Nathan Cadman will start pole position ahead of Ronald Allen, on the front row of the grid. Jeff Arnold, Di Feldman on the second row, with Matt Field, Michael Quash for your top 6. Reg James, Daniel Clutterbuck then for the top 8, with Ray Oliver and Dan Bartish making up the top 10. The rest of the field will start how they finished race number 1, with Brad Mays and Scott Weston inside the top 12. Jack Alisi, Brett Taylor, Chris Tomlin, John Van Ree, Brendan Sopar, Wayne Edwards, Tommy DeWitt, Brad Anderson for the top 20, Kurt Nommensen, Craig Healy, Brad Wall, Alan Mazzaroli, and then Marty Hughes at the back of the field. We don't expect, at least at this point, well, hopefully Brad Wall, Marty Hughes are able to get started again after their technical issues. Keep an eye on Scott Weston this race, though, Sinker. He showed great pace in that one, was taken out early, and he's going to be starting just behind the race winners of race 1. So look for him to fight through the field alongside Bartish and co, and it's not going to be as easy for Bartish this time by.
Yeah, 100%. He's going to have a tough working his way through this pack. And the guys in front of him aren't slouches either, which is going to make it harder. He's got Oliver and Clutters in front of him. We know both very fast. That doesn't get any easier. Then you've got Reg James, Kwashi and Fu, and then you've got our in row 2, our heat winner, the first female to win a race in VIR Supercars, Di Feldman.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to get plastered all over the socials now.
Yeah,
I feel that's
deserves to be.
I tried to put some extra mustard on it for you, Singer, to get you a good clip. So
I tried to get in there with you, mate, but my voice was going.
I knew your voice was probably going to crack, and I'm like, Steve, just let me cook on this one. We've got it. So.
Oh God. Well, I'm glad I didn't pull the plug and miss this one.
No, it's
All right,
imagine how bad you would have felt if you'd missed Di's first win. Imagine.
Oh,
that.
I would have been cut like a snake. All right, second camera is on Dan Bartush.
Yep.
Watching his way fight through. He's got a lot of guys in front of him and very fast guys behind him as well. Brady Mays and Scotty Weston. So there's a lot of fun to be had. They're off.
Scramble towards turn 1 begins again. It's a great start from Jeff Arnold and from Di Feldman off the start line. Arnold's taken the lead. Feldman's battling away with Allen in towards turn 1. But can the scramble stay clean on the first lap here as drivers are trying to run through? Side by side they go. But what a start from Arnold. He rocketed the VRT machine off the start line and has taken the lead of this race in a fantastic manner.
I tell you what, there was about 6 rows of 3 wide coming through the back end there, and every single one of them was clean, no touching at all, and these boys are still going and finally filtering into a single line.
So Bartish, who has got some fantastic pace, has rocketed this car already up to P8. The opposite end of things, Scott Weston's already down 3 into P15, so he's got some work to do. Here comes Oliver on Tomlin up the hill, decides to back out of it this time by. The SLM driver's got some great pace in that chrome Mustang. And especially out here, Sinker, it doesn't look so chrome, it looks like grass because of the amount of mirroring it gets off the side of the track. But
the reflections? Yeah, it does.
You know what he's got? That's a real camouflage car there, Sinker. You park that in the right spot of the track and you're never going to see it. If he parked that in the middle of the field, he would disappear, I reckon. But disappearing at the moment is Jeff Arnold and Nathan Cadman at the front of the field. Arnold, who rocketed off the start line, has taken this thing straight to P1 on the road and is looking very, very strong at the moment. What has been a tough night for some drivers. Bartish already fighting his way through as well. Let's watch back this race start, though, from Jeff Arnold, because this here was... He was in a rocket ship. He got this thing down pat, Sinker.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Only an Air Force pilot could get a car off the line that good. And that's exactly what Jeff Arnold is. And he got that thing down to absolute perfection.
That was his Tom Cruise moment, mate. That was it.
It definitely was. So Arnold at the moment battling away at the front of the field with Nathan Camden, Ron Allen, Daniel Clutterbuck, Di Feldman with Michael Quash, Jack Alisi, Dan Bartish, Matt Fu, Ray Oliver inside the top 10 as there's drivers dropping back in the field, including Brendan Sopar, who's been off the road down at turn 1. So obviously something's happened down there with
he
some
just called
drivers.
it in, I'm not sure. Maybe him and DeWitt got into something. Or no, DeWitt's in the pits.
Yeah, DeWitt's in the pit lane again. So what has happened to Brendan Sopar? Oh, so it was a big lunge, I think, from Van Ree up the inside. Contact made, and around he went. Oh, and then he's just pulled out. Oh, what are you doing, Brendan? You've just pulled out in front of the field.
I tell you what, he was lucky. He was
lucky.
very, very lucky that everyone was stopping.
That's probably going to be a penalty of some kind, maybe a post-race points penalty for not holding brakes and pulling out in front of the traffic, because that could have been very ugly very quickly.
He was very lucky.
Yeah, very lucky.
Those cars were a split second further up the field. They would have gone straight through him as he was moving. He would have taken not more than one, and would have they taken 3 of them out then.
And I mean, even if he'd put it in reverse and reverse back, and then that would have been better than just driving in front of them. I mean, it's a rookie mistake, and hopefully it can get a bit better for him as this battle continues on with these drivers in behind with Feldman and Clutters. Feldman's under pressure, but she's putting the pressure on Clutters here, trying to get the job done.
She's keeping the elbows out. She's doing well. She's not giving up anything out there at all. She's sticking to her line, and she's doing the right thing. The cheeseburger cam has been a while. I did notice that, but I didn't know whose car that was.
It's Jeff Arnold's car.
It is. Yeah, there you go. But some great driving there. I tell you what, Bartish.
Oh, Alisi, big lock-up contact with Quash. Bartish tucks it up the inside, and he's got Ray Oliver right on his tail. That could have ended ugly. Somehow they've made it through nice and clean.
That was terrible. That was a complete missed braking point. Lucky there was a car there to stop him from going all the way off.
It appears
One just called that in. Just called that in because Clyde's was used as a Bendex pad.
It appears the whole field are using TMX brake pads, apparently.
Yeah.
Drive-through penalty, incident responsibility for car 515. It's going the way of John Van Ree with Brendan Sopar. Not surprised. It was a bit of a late lunge and contact was made, so we'll see John drive through the pit lane. And as I said, we haven't heard anything from race control about the holding of brakes from Brendan Sopar, but I wouldn't expect a drive-through for that. Didn't make contact with anyone, just maybe a 10-point penalty or something, quite possibly, if they find
possibly.
him at fault.
Possibly. I'm not sure if anyone's got damage out of it or anything like that. The S's, as you're coming around the back, as it starts coming up towards, not the first lot of S's, the second lot of S's, it starts to go back up the gradient. I was just watching the cars come through there on the second camera, and it looks like they're actually launching, getting the wheels off the ground. And then so we'll see how that looks at some point. It looked pretty spectacular. Ooh. Here we go. Van Rey 515. He's just announced that on the radio, but he's also posted that on screen previously.
So Dan Bartish on the charge up the field, up 4 positions at the moment. Clutterbuck has gone with him up 4 as well. Biggest mover at the moment in the field is Marty Hughes, up 7 places, so he's fixed those issues, I should say. As big lock up there into turn 1. As Clutters and Allen continue to battle on, John Van Ree's not going to like the fact that his harsh rival, Dave Baldock in the chat, that dirty Van Ree, give him 2 drive-throughs and 1 for Thursday night. Oh, I love you, Baldock.
Oh, Bartush has gone round.
Oh, Bartush.
He's held it. I'm not sure if, why is he taking the shortcut?
I don't know.
Because he looked all right then. I don't know why he took the shortcut.
Let's have a look
He's taking
here
another shortcut.
how this has
What's he
happened to him. So he was wide.
He got damage.
Matt Fu on his inside. Matt Fu then goes past him. That's going to be tough to determine. So there's a bit of door banging between them. And then Bartish just decides instead of going for the corner, he just cuts the corner and rejoins the track. So
he'd be getting a slowdown for that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure he would be. We'd have to argue that's probably race win gone there for Dan Bartish, especially with only 13 minutes left in this race. But the battle for the win is still on with Jeff Arnold and Nathan Cadman at the front of the field. And then Ron Allen P3. He'll be hoping...
151. 613. How is he a rookie?
Who's that, Cadman or Arnold, as Cadman takes the lead?
Cadman.
I would assume Cowie based it upon his I rating of some kind.
Yeah. But it's all good.
I think the thing we've learned at this point, Sinker, is Split 1 has been perfectly split for the classes, where Split 2 probably needs a little bit more fine tuning. And you know, low I ratings cannot always compare to pace because sometimes drivers just don't do officials anymore, so they never actually rank their I rating up.
Well, man, I haven't done an official in like 2 years.
Mate, the last official I did was the Raw, and before that it was Watkins Glen last year for the 6 hour. So you know, it's very rare that I do an official.
Di's putting in a great fight here. Some lethal points she's winning there tonight. She's getting it. She's looking like she's going to get another podium for the rookies tonight. So
imagine that. She's done this
right
the wrong
way. Supercars launch there.
Yeah, she's done this the wrong way round, Sinker, so we can market it. She should have gotten her first class podium in race 1, and then her first class win in race 2, because then she would have won overall. Drive-through penalty as well for car 50. Incident responsibility, lap 3, turn 1. That's Jack Alisi, so he's going to have to come through pit lane. That'll take him outside the battle for the top 10 as Clutters looks to rocket past Ron Allen here. And I feel with Clutters' pace, 11 minutes to go, probably enough time to catch Jeff Arnold at this point. Nathan Cabin may be a little bit too far away because he's going to have to cut some qualifying times now if he hopes to catch the both of them.
Clutters is showing some really good pace and really good skill level this season.
Well, Steph, why haven't you done that on Thursday night? Last official I did wasn't...
Actually, I must give it to her. She's been pretty good in the wet in the series.
That's good.
When it's wet, she's been really good.
You know what? Yeah. If I had the choice, Sinker, I think I'd rather be renowned as a rainmaster. Like, you know, always known to be good in the wet. You know, because if you're racing in a series which is, you know, always raining, you can always do well for yourself. Build up a bit of a reputation.
Yeah. I'm a rainmaster, mate.
Of spinning, perhaps. Your spinning percentile goes up by at least 20% when there's water on the track, Sinker.
Yeah, I do my best work in the wet.
Your best spins. Oliver here putting the pressure on Clutterbuck. Probably not the smartest move. I mean, I know they're battling for the win of the AM class, but surely the smarter move will be work together to chase down Arnold and Cadman and go for the overall win. Because you want to try and get some better overall points in this system. You're not getting... P1 for AMs. You're not getting P1 points. You're getting P3 points as well. So, more like rain.
Steph, I'm spewing. I missed your win. That would have been a cool one to do. Unfortunately, you had to do it with just Cowie and JP.
Look at that. The span of 5 days, we've had 2 female winners in SRW Sinker.
Yeah, true. This bottom camera, Hamish, is going on fire. They are going like crazy here.
Yeah, Bartish is hungry to try and fight his way through as Oliver on the outside of Clutters at the end of the straight. Oliver runs it through. Clutters has to back out of it. Big lock up though from Oliver.
He just keeps going.
I think Clutters knew. He's like, there's no way he's pulling that up, and then just comes back through.
Oh my God, Rain Man, that was a good movie, JP. Great movie. If I could just remember one of the lines right now, and I can't.
I recall Dustin Hoffman awkwardly standing there just saying, huh.
Yeah.
I'm not going to explain the scene, but if you've seen Rain Man, you'll know exactly what it is.
Yeah. Came out opens at 9. Clutters.
Oh, Ray Oliver as well with Ron Allen.
Oh.
This has got big championship implications. Both drivers having to wait on the side of the road for the whole field to come past, it seems.
Yep, here we go. Well, they've both done the right thing and held the brakes.
They've done the right thing.
Did
so
Oliver run out on his own, or did he get some help?
Oh, so Reg James is in there. So he hasn't had a... Allen just went up too far. straight lined into Oliver as he turned in, and there she goes. So
there she goes.
Unfortunately, that's probably going to have the onus on Ron Allen for that moment there as they continue fighting forward. 3.3 seconds, though, is the gap for Nathan Cadman at the front of the field ahead of Jeff Arnold at this stage. With less than 8 minutes to go, it seems unlikely that Daniel Clutterbuck is going to chase him down, although he has gained a second back over the last few laps. There's Jeff Arnold, P2.
7 minutes to go. Tell you what, this bottom screen is a bloody bottleneck like crazy, isn't it?
Bit of a train.
Oh, we've got another one rotating down
that's
there.
Matt Fu. That's Matt Fu. And he now, because he's gone there, he has to drive through that pit lane sinker, because you will actually get called for an unsafe pit entry if he does not drive through the lane down there. So that is one of the worst spots you can get spun in the entire field.
Yep, Di just got swallowed up by about 3 or 4 of those fast boys, but she's done well. She's maintained. She's in the middle of Healy and...
Oh, Di got loose. Sorry to cut you off. Di got loose, and then Fu had to try and pull it up, and there was just nowhere for him to go.
Racing incident. Move on. So what were you saying? You go through that pit and you're going to drive for it. You're going to slow down.
Yeah, he's going to have to drive through it because he's had an unsafe pit entry technically, because his car's ended up in the pit entry. So if he actually exits there, he will get a drive through. He has to actually now drive through that pit lane. I don't know if it's still a thing, but there was a thing a while ago. You could actually serve your drive-throughs on the back straight pit lane at this circuit, and it was on
a drive-through.
Dan Bartish is off the road.
Oh.
Dan Bartish off the road down at turn 4. So how's this happen? Brad May's ahead of him. Oh, he's tried to pull it up, but he wasn't ready for them to get the brakes on.
Too fast. Going way too fast. Way too fast.
So,
tell you what, we said this earlier in the race before it started. The green on this surface around the track is deadly. Once you get a wheel onto it, it is all over Red Rover.
So to confirm as well, Matt Fu has driven through that pit lane.
It just gives you a slowdown now. It doesn't give you points.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's all right then.
Cool. Quashi got passed by Rez James and all that.
Yeah, so Quashi's done well. Scott Weston up into the top 10 in P6. What a comeback drive here for the West Australian.
Matty Fu's called that one in for him going off, but a car losing traction in front of you and you hitting them and going off.
I suppose you could think about it as she lost control of her car, but he also then didn't take, he didn't take due care. He could have pulled it up instead of trying to power it through.
Mate, it's a racing incident. Why would you even call it? Why waste your time?
I suppose there's always the thought of, if they say NFA, you're in no different position, so...
Too true.
Yeah.
Too true.
You don't know what you can gain. So Cadman...
It's not going to get your positions back and to penalise the person in front of you. Well, there it is.
So Cadman leads the way. Jeff Arnold P2, Daniel Clutterbuck in P3, Reg James with Michael Quash hot on his heels at the moment in the battle for P4. This would be 2 P4s in a row tonight for Reg James. Be good enough for second place in the class, or the class round standings of the amateurs here tonight. So good chunk of points for Reg in comparison to the other contenders in the AM class here this evening, especially with Ray Oliver now, seemingly further back in the field, and Dan Bartish too.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Some of these boys have gapped out a little bit. The closest bit we've got to racing at the moment is really Tomlin with Brady Mays and Nom Nom behind him.
Good old Nom Nom.
Nom Nom.
So there have been a couple of big movers tonight. So obviously Weston up 6, Clutters is up 5, Taylor and Tomlin up 7. Brett Taylor into P7 at the moment. Then Kurt Nommensen up 11 positions into P10. Craig Healy up 11, Marty Hughes up 13, Wall Mazzaroli up 9 as well in this race.
Nom Nom is in up in the top 10. He's hunting down Maisie for a 9. Here he is now.
Good points for him. He'll try and get some more. He could get past Mays and Tomlin. He continues to push on in the AITT entry. And he's improved
Tomlin's
so
having
much.
A cracking night tonight, actually. It's a very good night.
He's having a great night as well. So Tomlin doing very well in the LCR car. Maisie's doing quite well for himself too. Finished just outside the 10 in race 1. And now just inside the 10 in race 2 as well, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. It'll be 2 laps to go for Nathan Cadman at the front of the field and the safety first entry. Jeff Arnold in the Serco car, P2 at the moment. Clutters in the TMX car as well. And Reg James in the LGC Images entry too. So this driver's having a good run, and it's good to see from them as well.
Incident between Di Feldman and Matty Fu has been called no further action as we expected.
Not surprised at all.
Yeah.
Ray Oliver with the fastest lap, 151.55.
Present for you in the DMs, Hamish.
Let's have a look. I'm going to
From
assume.
JP,
I'm going to assume it's the overlays from James. Thank you, James.
Maybe.
Appreciate it. I believe that's
104 is calling something in at the moment.
I believe that's for split 1. So
Brad Anderson. Incident. Brad's had a tough night tonight.
he has indeed. Thank you, James. Really appreciate it. I'm not going to download it at the moment, James, just because it may lag the stream. So
we may crash the stream.
We may do that. So I appreciate you getting that done for me on time. Really appreciate it. But I don't want to risk the stream dropping, especially with some of my internet issues as of late. So
and a minute 30 left. So we got the white flag as yet.
No, it should be the white flag this time by for Cabin.
Here we
so
go.
Cabin's going to get this white
Cabin
flag.
coming across.
As he runs
996
through.
104 investigated after the race.
Okay, so 1 lap to go for Nathan Cabin. Jeff Arnold in P2 at the moment. This guy's doing a top effort at this stage.
Third world country, mate. Aussie internet.
Yeah, Aussie internet is not fun. I tell you what, though, Cinco, I did download it. It downloaded instantly, so we're fine.
There you go, nice.
Yeah,
You took the punt.
I was like, yeah, well, have a go. Have a go at it. I could have done it between races, and if we drop, just start again before split 1, but we're fine.
Bartush is having a bit of a
he's having a bit of a
at Wayne Edwards there. I don't know what he was thinking.
Tough night for him at this stage. I mean, a race win was fine in race 1, but race 2, just one to forget for Bartush at the moment. Similar thing for Cabman in race 1. I mean, he had the pole position for race 2, got away nicely. I mean, Arnold rocketed ahead, but eventually just became mincemeat for Cabman, who got ahead of him. So must be a good night on the road for him. Unfortunately for Di Feldman, she is now off the podium as well and outside the top 10. So something's happened to Di through all of that.
Yeah, she got swamped by those guys earlier on. I think she's lost a bit of momentum. Maisie crept through with them.
So for Nathan Cabman, he'll come down the hill for the final time and will make it, I believe, a 3rd or 4th rookie overall winner this season as he comes down towards the line. Nathan Cabman takes the win in race 2 with Jeff Arnold on the podium as well. Daniel Clutterbuck will be our AMS winner for race number 2 this evening, with Reg James and Michael Quash on the class podium and inside the top 5. Weston Taylor look to do a photo finish for EWT with Chris Tomlin and Craig Healy, and then Brad Mays will make up the rookie podium here this evening.
Wow, look at those 2 rookies in the top 2 steps. Oh, shame. Well, at least we get all 3 in one. Oh, we're only doing 2, aren't we?
Yeah, only 2. Only Cabin and Clutters for...
Clutters won his class, so he should be happy. Yeah. Extremely happy. What a great night for Clutters tonight.
Fantastic night on the road for him.
Yep. There's the last few coming around the corners. All track bodies.
What happened to Nom Nom? I think he was just in a bit of a battle.
Yeah, he had Maisie and Marty Hughes around him, following Craig Healy.
He had this moment here with Brad Mays. Oh, he just got it a bit loose. and ended up off track. That let a couple of cars through.
Coming too hot.
Yep, indeed you do. As drivers head back to pit lane, we'll be getting set to move over to the split 1 session as well. So we wait for our drivers to come into the green room to have a quick chat to us here this evening. Let's just see how this looks. If I open this, of course. So what we'll do is we'll head over to the changeover, and we'll be ready to chat to our drivers here this evening once again. So
yeah, who was the AMS winner?
Nathan Cabman. So it was Cabman and Clutters were our winners tonight.
Yeah. I've just put a message in there because the Barbs wasn't too sure who it was or what it was. So we'll do the switcheroo now, peeps. Hope you all enjoyed that, because it turned out to be actually a good fun race. Much to Hamish and mine's demise of what we thought of the race track itself. It was pretty cool. And we had a pivotal moment in the history of SRW with Di Feldman winning her class, first female to win her class in a V8 supercar.
It was a great effort from Di. Fantastic effort from her.
Do we have anyone to chat to, Hamish?
We have got Jeff Arnold, so I don't think he realises that he is not getting an interview because he did not win. Unfortunately for him. I'm about to just...
Yes, unfortunately, Mr. Arnold. Yes, it'd be Clutters we're after and Mr. Cadman.
Yep, that's right.
And do we have either of those? No, we don't.
No, we don't have them at the moment, so I'm just quickly leaving and saving the replay. We have got, I believe it's Mr... We'll find out who it is when we drag them in and have a chat to them.
Say Kenmans was in the SRW. How was it, mate? Oh, I can't hear him.
No, unfortunately.
I did hear him for a second then. Like his mic just cut out. Is it this room? No.
No. It shouldn't be because we fixed it. We fixed it where drivers should be able to talk. So.
Well, it looks like we're going to miss out on talking to Mr. Cameron. Maybe his computer dropped out or something.
No, Jeff. Dan is an amateur. It's only the race. It's the round. It's the race winner for race 2 for the AM and the rookie. Nathan's a rookie.
Correct.
Yep.
So it's Clutters and Cadman, but Cadman's unit's not working, so we'll put him back into the green room. And we'll probably miss out on Clutters because he's probably forgotten, or he just shies away from fame.
Quite possibly.
Quite possibly. The bell icon's going off left, right, and centre. Please, during the next race, let us know who you want to see, and who you're following and supporting, so we can share as much of it as we can out there. And also, while you're there, please like and subscribe, hit the notification button, so that when we do get on track and we are racing, you get that little ding, and you know where we're at, and you come and join us and have a bit of fun. Even if you don't like the racing, have a bit of chat with myself, Hamish, or myself and JP. We always love a bit of a chinwag as well. And we are not far off our 1,500. I haven't checked it this week, but I'm pretty sure we are, oh, look at that, 34 away. 34 from getting 1,500. So please like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. It's free, and you support us in a way that it helps us anyway with the algorithms and stuff like that. Maybe one day we'll make something out of this broadcast, but until now, no. Righty.
Okay, for whatever reason, I don't have any... Oh, there we go. Now they are.
Was it coming out now?
Yep, they're heading out for their qualifying, so we'll make our quick little changeover. There's a couple of things I need to change. Like that.
Qualies are out. The boys are looking very anxious out there.
Alright, let's see if this works.
You playing a fire again?
Nope, no, not playing with fire. We'll just see. I'm hopeful.
Oh.
I'm a hopeful boy, is what I am. I trust James, so I trust his ability to make it overlay more than my own. So we should be good. And let's see. Oh, there we go. But do we have? We do. There we go. There we go, Sinker. Brand spanking new. Overlays thanks to Mr. Parfit. Thank you, James.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it. Save me some work. I'll check for fine-tuning tomorrow after I save the replay, of course. But driver's currently out there at the moment, and for whatever reason, it's not letting me select drivers. Oh, I know why.
It's all right, viewers. Hamish has not lost the plot. He's talking to himself. He does that a lot, actually, but, you know, it's each to their own.
No, it should let me. It's not letting me actually select drivers, even though I'm as the broadcaster.
Oh, Stones. Oh, that's a new livery there for WKMP.
Yeah,
Looking
Mr. Stone
interesting.
Street.
Looking interesting. Mr. Dead. Oh, I wish I could remember who that is. Hey, Steve. How are you, mate? These internet names, man. It's, yeah, I remember the name, Mr. Dead, but I don't know who it is. Good, mate. Good. Welcome aboard. Like, subscribe, do all those little shaky bits. Boys are looking good, though. That's Stoney out there in a like a magenta type livery with a pattern work going through it. Looks good.
Yeah, looks the goods. Bit different.
Yeah.
Billy Mole as well. With a bit of it. Oh, I think they might be doing retros. I think they're doing retros. Yeah, because Billy Mole's got the VIP Pet Foods car. Peter Pavlovic with some time, going to the top of the timing sheet at the moment as well here in qualifying. Okay, so it appears that it selects in time, but it doesn't change the highlighted driver very quickly. All right. So we'll see how the drivers go.
I shall.
As they continue to battle on here in qualifying as well. So Pavlovic leads the way in qualifying. He set the early pace, but I expect the times to come in quick and fast in this session, Sinker.
Yes, shall do. The pace is going to be crazy. Pav's in the forefront of it, the 156. We've seen the lap times. I can't even remember what they were from the previous session, but lots of fast boys out there. I tell you what. Who are we missing tonight? Oh, James Scott's not there tonight. Can you see him out there?
No, I cannot. There is no James Scott on track. Oh, I see the paint the War Boys has got. He's got a Brawn livery. That looks pretty swift from War Boys. I like that. That looks good.
Yeah, not bad at all. I do like them when they're a bit plain. Oh, Gemma Greentree, the WKMP boys think they had bad luck with their other liveries, so they changed it up. Well, there you go. Nothing wrong with changing them up.
No, nothing wrong with that at all.
Nothing wrong at all. Loving it, loving it. Yeah, the purple's always hard to read on a dark background.
I'll have to change. I'll probably have to go to the plum color, so I'll make some make an adjustment to that. But yeah, massive thank you to JP. Really appreciate it. Saved me time and effort. And if we do that, there we go.
And it cost me a bloody fortune. Let me tell you.
So if we do that and then that, there we go. So now we've got it.
Alrighty. Well, at the moment, the fastest time is now Blake Warboys at 149.2 flat. Stone Street is sitting with a 149.638, and Jake Slade a 149.642.
Look at that! Look at that pace! Look at that pace discrepancy, Sinker. We didn't see a single 49 in split 2.
Yep.
And now we've gone in here and we've got 3 49s from the top 3 cars on track at the moment.
Thanks, JP. I thought you might have given it to me as a Christmas present. Who's that going on the track on the back there? That's Will Buchanan.
Yeah, Will Buchanan. So that's Jake Slade we're focused on at the moment as he comes up towards the line. There's Will. He's exiting pit lane. Will Morgan's out there as well for PR. So a couple of PR drivers in the field too.
Mr. Deadhead, I did reply, mate.
Jace Douglas yet to set a time here in qualifying, so maybe struggling a little bit here to get his car or keep his car on the track, Sinker possibly.
Yeah, expecting a good race out of him. He's changed his livery as well, is he? No, he hasn't.
He changed it last week, Sinker. So he changed it up last week. So
yeah, he looks like he's adjusted his camera angle there a bit. He looks like it's showing a bit more of his head, and the back poster on the wall. What's that? 99.9. Yes, mate, on Discord. Alrighty. What's the predictions, mate? What's the prediction out there, viewers? Safety cars.
Probably War Boys.
How much carnage in the first 2 corners?
I would say War Boys, since Mr. Scott is not here. And then for the Pro-Ams, I mean, Jace Douglas has shown some good pace there. He's gone P2 for them, P8 overall. So it's a good job from him on that run there. And seeing as James has told me how he wanted me to organise it, we can actually change this back to this colour. And then do that. There we go. It's a bit better. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. Live TV, isn't it, Sinker? It's fantastic.
Oh, definitely, mate. Nothing wrong with it at all.
Trav Daly currently sits P2 for the Pro-Am class here tonight. Chris Burridge, his teammate, has just put it up in the poll for that class into the top 5 as well. Ryan Mueller sits P6 at the moment. It's good to see. Banksy set the... he's struggling to find a little bit of time out there. Ben Brook, I believe, has a rear of grid / pit lane start tonight as well. Sinker, Greg Sharp, John Gallen have not set times either as well. Oh, but
nice work.
The problem is, James, when I do position, that the gold is too bright.
On the left?
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
We can worry about that later.
That's all right. That's all right.
We can worry about that later. That little bit where the second screen just then, when they launch up that hill, there was a nice bit of air. It'd be good to get a camera right up as they go over the top of them and get them launching. That's this spot here from the other side. No, it's not.
So War Boys has just pulled it up just to get onto another lap time as well. Stone Street still out there for WKMP Sim Sports as well. Ryan Mueller sits P6. We'll see what he can do here. at this stage as well.
Oh, guess what?
What?
James Scott on the lounge with a possible broken ankle.
Oh my God.
Yes, playing squash. Oh, dude, he must have rolled it. That killer. Oh, bad news, mate.
Man, that there is what happens when you do extracurricular activities, Sinker.
Yeah, just avoid sport altogether.
Just stay away from sport altogether.
I'll tell you what, it's like from the rig to the couch, from the couch to the rig, all right? Your body's not made for it, Scotty. Oh, man. Poor bugger, he's going to try to get something worked out for Sunday night. Oh, mate, that must be a killer. Can't use clutch pedal for throttles. That's going to be interesting. Well, we saw what's his name?
Hodgkinson.
Yeah, Hodgkinson. Drive with the other.
He drove with
opposite
it. Yeah,
foot
he
forward.
drove with his left foot. I have just realised as well we have no car sounds, so we'll fix that right now.
Yeah.
Do apologise.
He drove for a while, like that, and yeah. Yes, I have replied to you, mate. I'm not sure where your head's at, but someone's chasing me, and I'm pretty sure I've got to do this for you to give you. It's so hard to give you money. Well, you sure you're in the right? You sure you're in the right Discord, mate? Because it's there. I'm there and I'm live. So send me a private DM if you're trying to send me a DM. Send me a private DM. Oh wow, his ankle does not look good. Oh mate, there you go.
Where have you copped that
Well,
information from? You're getting all this
Oh, Jay, I
sneaky
messaged
info.
him directly.
Oh, okay.
I said, "Where are you, mate? What's going on?" Got to find out where all the drivers are. I always harass drivers, Hamish, during warm-ups and qualies. Yeah.
You've always got to do that.
I'm like a roving interviewer. It'd be great if I could just come here and have a bit of a chinwag. The boys are. I've got Jacob Trainer and Brandon Levin in my room, going for it, having a bit of a chat.
And Mr. Trainer out there at the moment in the purple machine.
Craig Fraser, you haven't sent me a message, mate. You must have the wrong person in your thing, because I can't see anything there, mate. I can't even see a
Unless it's a message request.
a message request either. Yeah.
Or you sent it to the wrong Steve Sinkovic.
Yeah.
Imagine that's the case. So at the moment, Blake Warboy shows some good pace, 149.0 at the top of the field, half a second faster than his teammates of Tory Stone Street, Billy Mole as well. Jake Slade just behind them with the 149.6. Then Mueller with 149.6 as well. Dylan Gray's also matched that too. So the top six separated by just about 0.6 of a second. Burridge, Lawford, the last drivers to get into the 49s. And then Banks is the first or the last driver to have a 50 on the list as well into P9. So he's finally got that good lap under his belt as well. Yeah, sucks not to have you out there, James. Don't do extracurricular activities next time.
Yeah, mate, don't go anywhere past the couch.
Oh. Blake Urquhart here. Speaking of injuries, driving with one hand at the moment, Sinker.
What's he done?
He got his finger caught in an impact gun. I think it was like 70 Newton meters of torque or something like that. Tore the top of his finger off. So he's currently having to drive around with one finger at the moment. Had surgery on it and everything.
Oh, man, I thought you were going to say he was picking his nose. Someone kicked him in the face.
I wouldn't put it past him. But yeah, so he's currently struggling out there as well. We'll see how well he does. He is hopeful, obviously, to find some more pace again and get back to regular racing, but he's still out there having a crack as qualifying
Peeps are all
comes
the
to an
ward,
end.
mate. Peeps are the ward. One's got a knackered ankle, the other one's got a knackered finger.
So qualifying is about to come to an end.
Who said iRacing wasn't dangerous?
Who said it wasn't dangerous? It's only when you do extracurricular activities that it becomes dangerous. As Billy Mole goes to P2 in the standings, as qualifying ends here for these drivers. And we get set for race 1 of the evening for Split 1. Race 3 overall tonight as well. We'll see how these drivers go. Black War Boys will start pole position ahead of Billy Mole on the front row of the grid. Troy Stone Street, Jake Slade on the second with Ryan Mueller and Dylan Gray for the top 6. Chris Burridge, Angus Law for them for the top 8 with Stephen Banks, Will Morgan for your top 10. Trav Daly, Jace Douglas then make up the top 12 in qualifying. Will Buchanan, Andrew Rushworth with Dave Arney and Troy Dooley for the top 16. Andrew Cowan, Jacob Trainer, Blake Urquhart, Mitch Noble for the top 20. Peter Pavlik and Dom Grundy will then make up the top 22 with Brandon Levin and Greg Sharp for our top 24 cars, with Benjamin Brook at the back of the field and John Gallen not taking part in qualifying as well. Once again, Matt Keane, Sam Katakazinis and Greg Barber, our race controllers, here this evening. So we'll see how well they do. Barbs is over the radio at the moment. As we await the drivers to join the grid here for race 1 of Split 1.
Oh, okay. Race control's got them all ready now. They're all ready to fire up to go.
Just waiting for Mr. Warboys to join the grid so we can have a look at that Brawn-inspired livery. Top 3 lockout for WKMP Sim Sports. There he is on the pole in that LGC Images sponsored car of WKMP.
Different.
Very different. I mean, you know, matching the Brawn vibes.
Yeah.
Good old Dayglow. I always feel, I personally feel Dayglow is a good highlight colour, Sinker, not one you want as a main colour necessarily all the time. Lights up though for these drivers for race 1. 5 lights. And the scramble to 1 begins. Can we keep it clean off the race start, or is it going to be split 2 all over again? As it's massive moves at the back of the field for Mitch Noble, who runs it off the grass. And as Warboys leads us into 1, how can the rest of the field go as they run it down there as well, trying to keep it clean as best they can?
Oh, 3 wide.
And they're just trying to
clean up.
Yeah.
Both of us had our hearts in our mouths. They're going, what the hell's going to happen here? Oh, one of the Pelicans just gone wiggly. There's another one going sideways. Everyone's helping each other correct each other's cars out, though.
Good start from Mueller. P3 on the road already, up 2 positions. Stone Street down 1. Dylan Gray up 1 into P5. 2. Slade down 2 at this stage as they run a line astern down towards the... back up the hill towards the end of the back straight, or the start of the back straight, I should say, and they run through the switchbacks. One of the toughest sections of this circuit. As Warboys leads us through. Matt, the reason that James is not racing is he broke his ankle.
Well, we suspect he's going to next race tomorrow.
Yeah. Hopefully for his sake it's not a break, otherwise that would probably be, well, racing at a competitive level gone for a little while, but...
He might have to do the braking with his big toe. Just, push it down.
Get him a cane. Just put the cane down there. A bit of get the hand controls going for him.
Oh, looks like a Brad Levin's having a bit of a look in there. Is that Mitchy Noble? Maybe it is. Move over, push him on the grass, Brandon.
Former teammates. All 3 of them, Sinker. Both the SRW cars with their former teammate, Mitch Noble, and he's made contact. Speaking into
40, car 40.
That
was Andrew Rushworth.
Yeah, Andrew Rushworth. Okay. A sigh of relief for you, Sinker.
Yeah, I know. Grandma Mueller.
And
good to see you on the show again as usual.
Jace Douglas having a couple of blinking issues at the moment. He's back in P10, currently 2nd place for his class as Banksy's gone round.
Oh, Banksy's had a lot of bad luck lately.
He has indeed. So let's see what's happened to Banksy here down at turn 1. He had Lawford in behind him. It's a big lunge from Lawford. He is alongside there before turn in. And I'm going to assume there's contact made. There was, and around Banksy went. So we'll see what race control say about it. Definitely wasn't a last-minute move. Lawford was there on him, but we'll see what they say. Might be more in the story for us as we look ahead to Jake Slade on the back of Troy Stone Street here in the top 5.
It's the first few laps that always give us a little bit of that extra spice in the salad, and but they seem to have settled down a little bit more now. Loving the air they get through those S's coming up the hill. It looks sensational. Let us know if the cars are loud enough, if we're loud enough, or if you're sick of my voice.
They should be loud enough, Sinker. Don't worry. They're at negative 35 decibels, and they're just below the yellow at full volume. So they are
nice.
rocking and rolling.
Just ready for some rock and roll.
Yeah.
We've got some nice numbers out there, people viewing. 52 just in YouTube. The rest are all out in the Facebook stratosphere. So thank you for joining us tonight, viewers, for an epic race. These guys have got 2 races on tonight for the split ones. Please like, subscribe, and support also our sponsors, PDD, Driver Development, Grim Industries, Warren & Brown Tools, Moser Racing, Shunt Sceneries, and Warren & Brown Tools again.
Yeah, support them twice as much. They support 2 series of ours.
Oh, mate, we picked up a heap of giveaways from Warren Brown for season 3. So if you're racing the V8s next season, 1, 2, and 3 from each class on the Sunday. There'll be 2 classes on Sundays next season, and they'll be winning prizes. And also in the Tuesday nights, we're going to work out some prizes as well for them. So the V8 series is going to get some good gifts, and I think we'll have enough for the other series as well. So if you're going to race next season, season 3, it'll open up in the coming weeks, and there'll be prizes from Warren & Brown Tools that will be going away, and their stuff is not cheap. Some good quality stuff out there.
I'm glad that JP piped up in the chat for this. Well, I was about to mention it. Mr. Dead claiming you have a 10 ciggy a day voice. It appears that Craig Fraser has never smoked in his life, because you easily would have had to have smoked 30 cigarettes in a single day per day to get the voice that Sinker has right now. Easily.
Mate, I smoked as a young fella during the off season. Only during the off season, not when I was playing soccer, but during the off season, and I was a chain smoker. When I'd have a beer in my hand, it'd be bang, bang, bang. But I don't even do that now. I'm a good boy.
Yeah,
tell you what, Mr. Douglas, doing well. He's holding 6th position. He has not faltered, started in 6th, holding 6th. Sorry, that's doing great. Jace Douglas is up 5 places. So he's doing well, but he's 4 seconds off Dylan Gray at the back there.
That's fine, though.
But,
he's leading his class, which is what matters to him. He
Yeah,
was very,
100%.
very emotional when he got his class win a while ago. Drive-through penalty for car 40, incident responsibility, that one, turn 14. That there is going the way of Andrew Rushworth with the moment with Brandon Levin. So Rushy's now going to have to traverse back through the lane as well.
Yep. Bad luck, Rushy. I know he didn't mean it. Rushy's such a fair driver. It's ridiculous. Rushy's that nice a guy that when he passes you on the V8 track, he says, please, excuse me.
Well, I mean, to be fair to Andrew, I mean, he has been on such a rise recently. You know, he has an opportunity.
On track.
On track. Yeah.
Yep.
He's been on such a rise on track that he's gotten better and better here in the Tuesdays. He's getting better and better in the other racing series that he's running as well. He goes into Thursday night, Sinker, with the opportunity to win his 2nd Supercars title. And I mean, he could next time we go racing.
Down the bottom, Lawford. Oh no, Lawford and Blake Urquhart going through the S's. They were touching side by side for a few corners there, and unfortunately, out of all that, Lawford got rotated around. I'm not sure whose fault it was, but it was an epic spin.
Let's have a look as they run up the hill. Oh,
yeah, they were side by side for a few. All those S's from that 4th corner, they were side by side, and just got released. I'm not sure whose fault it was, but it looks like Urquhart still. Is that Urquhart still trying to recover?
Yeah, so Urquhart's on his inside. It doesn't really tell us the story, does it?
Oh, look at that. He's just gone wide to avoid trainer.
See if this helps us here. So as they run up the hill, so they're side
What's
by
he done?
side.
Side by side.
So, oh, well, he hasn't. Oh, dear. I would argue there that might be on Lawford because he hasn't passed him safely.
Yeah, I think Lawford's tried to go a straight line, but Urquhart had nowhere to go really apart from off track.
Yeah.
So it might be a bit self-inflicted there, but we'll leave that to the boys downstairs to unpack. But it was spectacular because I was looking at it from the front angle as they were coming up those S's and it looked sick.
It was a big moment coming up the hill for him. So Lawford now further back in the field, but we doubt there's going to be a penalty coming the way. Blake Warboys leads the way. Ryan Mueller trying to get the job done on Billy Moe up the hill. This was the same spot on the last lap, and it's happened again. Now with two separate drivers, of Mole and Mueller, who's on the grass.
I think Mueller, I think he's lost the rear end on his own there, just from the change of elevation going too wide across there.
So that moment there, I mean, it's one of the passing opportunities on this track, but it is such a tough spot to get it done. Let's watch how it happened.
Because this is where the elevation changes as well. He's come across, they're too wide, they've got room.
Yeah, he squeezed him, but that was okay. And then,
but then he squeezed it the other way and he's come back into him. So we'll let race control unpack that because there was squeezing, but then there was also him coming back on track too. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to look at that.
Car 157, drive-through penalty, incident responsibility, lap 2, turn 1. That there is going the way of 157. That's going the way of...
Where is he? I can't even see a 157.
Well, it's 152 of Angus Lawford. But I don't think he made contact with Banksy.
No. I think that number might be wrong. I think it was probably just a bit hard to read.
152. There we go.
152. There you go.
Yeah, Angus Lawford.
Angus Lawford. Okay, so that was that contact we saw with
Stephen. No, that was the one
the
with Banksy. Yep.
Yeah, not the painting, the street mural.
No, not the
car. The car driver.
Yeah, that's right, the car driver.
Yeah.
Thank you, Barbs. So Warboys leads the way. Stone Street P2. Jake Slade up on the podium. Dylan Gray's right there as well. Billy Moe inside of the top 5, and then Ryan Mueller licking his wounds a little bit in P6. Jace Douglas is under pressure here. All 4 of these drivers in the Pro-Am class. Jace Douglas, Trav Daly, Will Buchanan, who's blinking like anyone's business, and then Dave Arney a little bit further back. So now we'll continue to battle. What happens to Burridge? I need to have a look now because he is down the field. He's come through pit lane. Why did he come through pit lane? That's the question. I can't see an incident for Burridge. So unless he jumped the start possibly and he had a drive through. Because that's the only reason I can really think of it. Because he's coming on lap 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That or he had repairs that he had to look after. But I thought I'd give the race leader a bit of time on the bottom screen for a bit because Blake Warboys has just been comfortably on his own, having a absolute quiet night without Mr. Scott pressuring him tonight. Mr. Scott's pressure is all around his ankle at the moment, and he's just pulled over the last lap with a 150.405. So a nice speed there.
Okay, well, he didn't jump the start. Oh, but that might... Oh. I don't know if crossing that line would count him as an unsafe pit exit and that's then giving him a drive-through. Not quite sure, but that's very, very weird for Mr. Burridge to come through pit lane. He did stop for 18 seconds, so maybe he did have to fix some damage or something. I'm not sure. Oh, he might have left his qualifying set on the car and then had to put fuel in. That might have been the thing that happened with Burridge.
Not sure.
Yeah. It's a weird one. It's a very weird one. Stone Street Peter at the moment. Jake Slade just on his heels. Trav Daly continues to try and chase down Jace Douglas. He looks to take his second win of the season here for the Pro-Am class here tonight at VIR. And as I said earlier in the show, he was very emotional at his first win a few weeks back. He's been struggling physically and mentally.
There was an incident between Mueller and Mole. That's just been cleared. No further action, but we haven't seen that.
No, we have.
I'm
That was the moment as they ran up the hill. Remember?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah. Yep. The tail whip.
It appears that
I'm just so used to Billy Mole's car being a different colour that I forgot it was him.
Well, as I mentioned, it appears that not only is your voice broken, but the memory is gone as well. There, Sinker. So.
Who are you? What? Where am I?
What is SRW? What
every movie is like I said it the first time. Oh, dear me.
Cowie and Dooley at the moment, the teammates starting to work together in P11 and 12. They've got Will Morgan behind them as well. Dave Arney sits provisional pole for race number 2 in P10 here at the moment. Will Buchanan is continuing to blink, so he is backed off significantly, I think, just to avoid anything happening with himself and Will, but Will's likely going to have to pull that into pit lane, get that internet fixed up, which will then promote Troy Dooley inside the top 10. I'll get there soon. I probably will, to be fair.
Well, put it this way, Hamish. Me and JP forgot the finish line 2 weeks in a row early this season. So excited watching the race. Oh, that guy just won that.
Yeah. Oh, he took the win. Good on you, Josh Houghton.
Yeah.
Was it Josh Houghton?
I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Dodsy, what Stoney's is based on. It looks like a Target car, so I'm going to assume maybe a NASCAR of some sorts, possibly. But yeah, Warboy's based on the Brawn and Billy Mole's based on the VIP Pet Foods car.
It looks like a Krispy Kreme wrapper.
Like the Christmas edition Krispy Kreme.
Oh yeah, the 51st Date movie. That's a classic, mate. That's one of my wife's favourite movies. That.
It's a good rom-com, to be fair.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Great one.
Yeah, see, James, you're throwing you both under the bus there, Steve, so...
Shh. Shh. If we forget about it, everyone else will.
Promise you we won't. We will not forget about
what
it,
Steve.
Steve.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. What is a GR86?
Yeah, 868 GR. What? Tell you what, these boys. I'm going to pump up my audio a bit on my racing, so I can hear the engines a bit more. Because some of these boys are tearing it up at the moment. We are coming close to 5 minutes left, or less, 4.5 minutes left. A bit of a battle there going with Blake Urquhart and Mitchy Noble down the back. And then we've got Andrew Cowan chasing down Will Morgan. And a bit of battle pack there. Buchanan, Daly, and Douglas. Douglas has got a lot of pressure on these boys. Douglas is still leading the... what are we here? The Pro-Ams.
It's the just to confirm, this livery's based off the BASF BMW car, so I'm going to assume.
It is too.
Yeah.
It is too. Yes. Being a BMW fan, very well done, Terry Taylor, or Terry Taylor.
Wasn't it? Oh yeah, but no, Dino was the one that actually first said it, so we got to give the props to Dino for that one.
Yeah, Dino, thank you. Dino 880. Oh, he's repeated himself twice. He's stuttering.
So Stone Street P2 at the moment, Jake Slade P3, Dylan Gray P4, Billy Mole inside of the top 5. Hot on the heels of Gray here. Chase Douglas leads the way for the Pro-Ams as well.
Dave Arney reverse top 10 with Will Buchanan in the front row, those two boys, with Travis Daly and Jason Douglas second row. My pick here is that Jason Douglas is going to rip up that start and lead into the first or second corner.
I don't know about that. He might rip up the start, and then we might have a car park at turn 1.
Give the boy some credit, will you?
No, he's done well, to be fair. He has done well over the last few weeks. So
yeah, I've seen Well, Buchanan's in.
It's Dean Flavel. He must have done the paints for them. So thank you, Dean, for getting in contact with us, letting us know. Baldock just confirming too. So it's a great job from Dean on those cars. Further back in the field, Mitch Noble now on the heels of the one-arm bandit Blake Urquhart.
Okay. So Buchanan has gone in. I think Buchanan went in for internet issues.
I would assume so. He was blinking like nobody's business.
He instructed RC, said he could enter the racing and then everything's lifted back up. Oh, Brandon Levins had a bit of an outing, but back online. Who have you got there? Mitch Noble's car looks pretty scratched up.
It does. So does Blake Urquhart's. I was going to mention the point sinker. If SRW were to do an enduro event again, I feel that Urquhart. That was a big hop then over the crest.
Yeah, that was excellent.
I was going to mention if SRW do an enduro against Sinker, surely Urquhart and Sheafy need to pair up so they can make one whole driver with both driving with one hand.
One hand each.
Yeah.
Sit side by side. One can have the left hand, one can have the right hand on the wheel. Lovely. We will be doing the Sandown 500 like we did last year. That was a spectacular 2 days of qualifying and racing, so we definitely will be doing that again. We're just going to lock in the date in the next few weeks, so that's there. And there's also a special event that we're looking at doing, and it'll be a charity event. So it's at the moment, it looks like we will do something for the Royal Children's Hospital. A bit of a donation event and donate some money that we gather from the event. All to them, and hopefully maybe even get ourselves on TV as one of the donators. Yeah, that'd be cool for the event in Melbourne when they have it on TV.
Oh no, this was from like back in the end of last year, Steph, when Sheafy broke his hand. He races with two hands now. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, not much improvement, so I think he might have to go back to one hand.
He drove better with one hand, to be honest with you. So he did a good job. Peter Pavlik at the moment, just ahead of Jacob Traynor as well.
Are we on the final lap here? Because we've got half a minute left.
We should be on the final lap. So War Boys leads us round towards the back straight, and the run down towards the final portion of this lap as well. Dylan Gray's putting some pressure on Jake Slade further back too, so we'll check back in with that one in a moment's notice. But for War Boys, it's another win for him, and should mean that he gets a little bit closer to James Scott's championship total. I don't know if tonight, if he gets 2 wins, if that'll be enough for him to go past James or not. Because James, I don't think, has had a drop round yet, so this would really tighten it up.
Dylan Gray lost a few places. Travis Daly is putting some pressure on Jace Douglas. Oh, he's hit him! He's hit him! He's giving him a clip around the ears, around the
goes! Blake Warbozo is going to take the win for race 1. Troy Stone Street will take it for race 2. For P2, sorry. Jake Slade will then finish out on the podium. Billy Mole, P4. Dylan Gray in P5. Ryan Mueller in P6. And it's a second-class win for Jace Douglas this season ahead of Trav Daly, who, after they made contact, gave him back the position. A very gentlemanly thing to do for Trav. And Dave Arney will finish on the podium with them. And Troy Dooley will make up our top 10 with the provisional pole for race 2.
Yeah, great drive between those two. They were really fighting for the end, and you know what? Nothing wrong with Travis's move. He tried to have a bit of a run across the inside, get under Jace then, but couldn't quite make it stick. And then when he rotated him around, he just backed off and let Jace have it back, which is fair enough too. Well done, very sportsmanlike, and exactly what I expect from an M1 driver.
It appears that James tried to guess that it was a BJR car, but it's the BASF BMW we were confirmed for Stone Street's car, but that's okay. Hopefully, now that we enter the warm-up session, it loads up the drivers back into my list, because they've just disappeared on me for a moment.
Yep, that timing tower, that little blue box behind there, it'd be good if we get that fade from dark blue to bright blue like we have on when Barb's talks on the bottom right hand side. That'll look awesome. Tell you what, the crowd is pumped out on track. The spectators are going crazy at this event. Yes, there is none. Brad Levin's out there having a bit of a run. He's being chased down by... Who is in the car?
Barbs is driving the safety car at the moment. Yep.
Yep.
Blake Warboys is with them too. It's quite funny. See, I've just realised this connection. So, of course, we use the the Mercedes AMG GT4 car as the safety car. We were running a poll for a new series we're running in our league, and Barb's voted for GT4. So he obviously drives the GT4 enough. He wants to race it now. Oh. I had a good laugh to myself on that one. Very, very good laugh. So these boys starting to practice together. Ben Brooks out there as well. There's Barbs. Rocking and rolling in the Merc.
Yep.
Doing a good job. Haven't seen it tonight, the old safety car. We did say we predicted it'd probably go green the whole way, which I don't think we're going to see it out on track again tonight after this warm-up session, if I'm completely honest with you, Cinco. I haven't seen anything that's making me feel that we're going to see the safety car appear at all.
Look, it's too open. The cars go off track easy, and you'd have to have a car completely disintegrate and not be able to move and stuck in the middle of the track.
So Barb's just having a bit of a roll around.
Yep.
And the SRW safety car.
Oh, who's that? Slade saying his front tyres were shot.
I'm not surprised.
Gray, all 4 tyres locked up.
It's been a very, very wet affair thus far. Oh, not wet affair, a very, very warm affair. 48 degrees track temp at the moment. So we are hotting up at this stage. As Warboys has just gone off track with, I think that might have been Peter Pavlovic. It was. Oh no, it was Dylan Gray. Sorry, so Dylan Gray and Peter Pavlovic having a bit of an off track together.
Yeah, it looked like he's completely locked it up and went straight into his teammate.
Of course, these lap times not worth anything. It's only warm up, so drivers just getting a couple more laps in, perfecting the setups a little bit better.
Barbs has just come on comms and saying, "Why are people doing donuts?" You're not allowed to.
It's a very fair point.
On camera, and not sure if that was a donut, but yeah. Tell you what, Warboys has got some really good pace tonight. So did Billy Mole. Billy Mole just sat quietly and all that, so he did really well. Stoney had a few of his battles that he had to contest with, but great driving all round as usual.
He's having a great
exactly
night on the
what
road.
We expect from all our drivers on a Tuesday night, isn't it?
It's exactly what we expect. That's right, Cinco. I mean, drivers have been, getting better and better across this season and last season. Of course, last season we started, a little bit iffy, but of course it was a new car. People were getting used to it. They've now had a season and a half, relatively speaking, 2 seasons on iRacing, a season and a half SRW, to get used to the car now. So they're getting faster and faster, and they're getting better and better as well. So, I think as they push on, the lap times are going to get quicker and the drivers are going to get better. And I think it's almost proven too, at least how I feel, that the Gen 3 car is just that little bit easier to drive than the Gen 2 if you can figure out the little nuances. And it just feels nicer. Even though it's hard to get bite in the front end, I think this car rewards you for your gains more so than what Gen 2 did.
Yeah. Oh, look, I haven't driven it enough to say yay or nay, to be totally honest. I think I've only done maybe half an hour, 45 minutes in the Gen 3. And I did enjoy it, but not enough to sort of have any sort of quality of input or any knowledgeable input. Not that any of my racing knowledge would matter in a car anyway.
Maybe a Hot Wheel, Cinco.
Hot Wheels. Oh, yeah. AFX, mate.
Oh, a couple of Matchbox cars.
Yeah. The young fella got the AFX out the other night of... what is it, Paw Patrol one? We were running around the AFX track having a bit of a race, and it was a great laugh. He was enjoying the bits where he could leave his car in the middle of the track and I'd drive through it and destroy it. And I said, it's all well and good till his one's broken, then there'll be tears.
So the warm-up session has come to an end. Drivers will begin gridding up for the final race of the evening here out at Virginia International Raceway. We've had some great racing thus far, and it will continue on as Troy Dooley will start pole for race 2 ahead of Dave Arney with Trav Daly and Jace Douglas on the second row of the grid. Then it's Ryan Mueller and Dylan Gray, the 2 PER cars for the top 6 with Billy Mole, Jake Slade, Troy Stonestreet and Blake Warboys for your top 10. The rest of the field will start how they finished race number 2. Will Morgan, Andrew Cowan for your top 12 Peter Pavlovic, Jacob Traynor, Blake Urquhart, Mitch Noble, Ben Brook, Stephen Banks, the top 18, Dom Grundy, Brandon Levin, Andrew Rushworth, Chris Barry, Dangus Lawford, Will Buchanan for the top 24 cars on the road, with Greg Sharp not taking part in race 1, neither did John Gallen. So both of them at the back of the field. I don't think they'll be taking part in this one either.
It's a shame because Gallen was showing some really good form of late too. Really starting to get back to some of that championship form that he had.
So for Troy Dooley, he has got his West End Motor Group entry of Performance Sim Racing on the pole position here this evening. The 333 car. So we'll see what sorts of pressures lie amongst the cockpit of that 333 Mustang. Dave Arney alongside. Could do quite well for himself here tonight, Cinco. He's shown some good pace already and starting towards the front of the field. If there's chaos further back, well, he could be one of the big beneficiaries of this one. Pretty hard, though, to go past War Boys in this one, though.
Yeah, he's gonna rip that field apart. For him, the most important thing is to be avoiding any issues that may happen in front of him. Tonight's his night to bring the championship back towards him. And when the lights are going on, and I will shut up.
Lights up for race 2, final race of the evening here as we're underway and the scramble towards turn 1 begins. It was a good start from the front runners. War Boys has rocketed ahead early. And as we're led down towards turn 1 by Troy Dooley, how are we going to go? As there's a car off the road, it's Dave Arney down there. Dylan Gray's been turned around as well. War Boys has had to take evasive action, and a multitude of cars just having to try and traverse their way through the chaos already. But for Troy Dooley, it's a good race start. Douglas went with him, so did Daly. But it's a horrid moment down there at 1 for Dave Arney, who ran it a little bit too wide, and then for Dylan Gray, who was turned around.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Tell you what, Blake was very, very lucky. He was on the outside of that and just managed to get around the outside of the whole incident. So it was, it looked, you could see it coming from a mile away as far as a viewer's perspective. But on track, it would have been slow-mo.
Yeah, it was one of those moments where your life almost flashes before your eyes and you've got to take that evasive action once again. But for Troy Dooley, he's done well off this race start. You know, gotten away clean.
Really nice and clean. I've got Blake Warboys on the back of Mitchy Noble on the bottom camera, putting a lot of pressure. Mitchy has got the elbows out. I'm not sure how long he'll be able to hold him off for, though. Blake's already on the back of him. He's got a little bit of overlap. Here we go. Will Mitch close that door? He's got him side by side coming into the hard braking zone. Blake will be able to take this at a faster pace than Mitch will be able to handle, especially this bit here where you're on the brakes. Oh, someone's gone straight.
Who was that? They just
Blake Urquhart.
Oh, Urquhart.
Blake Urquhart, yeah, he's just gone straight. Yeah, he probably missed his braking point and just went for it. I've done that before.
So let's watch off this race start again. We're right on board with Mr. Warboys. Not stop, press play. Let's watch the evasive action down towards 1. So it was a good start from him. He got it round Jake Slade. And as they scramble up ahead of him here, we'll see Arnie just exit stage left in towards 1. There is Dylan Gray right ahead of Warboys. There was contact with Stone Street and Gray, and then Warboys having to take evasive action and then rejoin the circuit.
Missed it all.
Just missed
yeah.
it. He did drop some spots.
He lost places.
He did, but it was you know, lost limitation there for Warboys at that point.
Yeah, 100%. And where is he now?
Oh, I've just realised has cracked the 6.
044, he's got himself a drive-through. Oh. That disappeared on me.
Yeah, the overlay's disappeared, so I had to reload it. So.
What happened to Warboys? He's down in 23rd now. He's called something in, so I'm not sure what happened there. But he was up behind Mitchy Noble in 9th place, passing Mitchy Noble. And from there, he disappeared. Banksy just had a bit of an episode too.
And unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure on that one there, Cinco, because I don't have the incidents that happened.
There's parts everywhere. Did you see that? Stevie Banks, I think he's lost control of his car or the steering wheel or something. He's gone straight through into the wall.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's holding position. This could be a safety car.
Depending on where he is on track, that will be the determining factor as they battle up the front.
Safety car has been called.
Wow. So this is down the straight. Oh, is that there? Is that another mechanical failure tonight?
So the engine pop. Mechanical failure, or he was avoiding contact of the car in front of him at that point. Can we rewind and find?
Oh, he caught the grass. He caught the grass, and then off the road he went. All right. Well, what I can do is I can go as far back as possible, which is Ben Brook heading off track, and then we'll have to pull a little sneaky of reversing to see why Warboys ended up off the road.
I can do it on my camera, mate.
Okay, you find it for us, and then you line it up, and then we'll come back into it, and you can tell me where to press go for you. So Dooley leads, but its safety car is on track, so.
So Stoney was black flagged as well.
Yeah, not surprised. He made contact with Gray and spun him round.
Yep.
So have you managed to find the incident with Warboys where he's off track?
Still going backwards, mate.
Okay. You could skip laps and just see what position he's in. Lap 2, he hooked it up apparently. Oh, he got hooked lap 2 apparently, according to James.
There we go. I'm just getting to it now.
So we're working through it on the other screen to find this moment with Blake Warboys. So he was already behind his teammate at that point. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, he got hooked by Urquhart. So there we go, that was it there. Let's watch it back through again for Warboys on the bottom screen as the safety car will pick up the field.
So he's got past Mitch Noble.
And then he's got past Ben Brook at turn 1.
Yep.
And then sees the gap with Urquhart, so he goes up the inside of him as well. Goes for the 2-for-1 special. They're going door to door. And then Urquhart's just turned him.
He would not be a happy chappy. One thing he's lucky for is that he has got the safety car now to bunch up the field and everyone's condensed, so he doesn't have far to chase, so he hasn't got a 30-40 second gap to chase. He's just got that gap of those cars coming through, which might be only like 10 seconds worth, but it's going to be tough on a crucial night where he needs as much points as possible.
Yeah, he needs to try and gain as much as he can over James Scott, so he can't
Stevie Banks' car is toast. That thing just disintegrated after he hit the wall, and then the engine popped as well. That's probably one of the few only spots where you could get a safety car because there's a barrier there to stop you cutting the S's, and it's right there in front of the barrier.
We'll see what happens off this race start, or race restart, I should say.
Safety car's pulled away now. Oh. Yep. I just watched Banksy go. I'll just get that to live TV. And we're back live in the bottom camera. I've got it on Warboys at the moment. All right, viewers, if there's someone you want to watch, someone you want to see, please let us know. Share as much of the love as we can. There's still an immense amount of you out there watching, and thank you for supporting us and coming out and giving us these amazing live views. There's some 7 thumbs up out of 45, 50 of you, so a few more thumbs up would be awesome. They are free.
They are free.
We're not charging for them.
as Troy Dooley. I thought he was about to go green then, but he didn't quite do it
No,
just
well,
yet.
the safety car is in the pits now, so green flag. Is he gone? He's gone.
He's gone green.
Yep.
No worries, James. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Got to get his bits ready for bed. We're going to roll them up or something, mate.
Weekend. Bits ready for the weekend.
Here we go. Cowie's got the outside of Blake Warboys. Warboys on the inside now, taking him nice and clean. Made one pass. Cowie's not silly. He's not going to take the series leader out through the corner. He's got to catch up to his own teammate now, Stoney, in front of him. Stoney most likely will give him that bit to get through.
Yeah, he'll likely give him the position, but he's got so much work to do in the final 10 minutes of this race. As Dooley leads the way.
Roy Buchanan has gone for a bit of a feed on the weed.
He's ended up outside.
Brendan Levin is, he's only lost one spot, but he's had a tough night tonight. Down in 22nd. Oh, car 80. Benjamin Brooks calling something in.
Where he's been at the moment. So he was passed by Cowie and by Warboys as well, and by Stone Street. So he's been off the road for whatever reason. I'll have a quick look as to why. Oh, there's a bit of contact with Brandon Levin.
Yep.
And that's then slowed him right up and dropped a heap of spots. So
yep.
That would explain that one there.
I think Levin readdressed it and stayed behind him. But whose fault was it?
Oh, who was that just went off the road? That was Ryan Mueller. Ryan Mueller with a massive run off the road there down at the final corner. Drops a heap of spots. And now has to try and get back into this race as best as possible. As Jace Douglas. Oh, look at the switchback from Jace. That's a great move. Someone's been into the grass as well. It's Trav Daly. So every little bit is happening here inside of the top three positions.
He's having a crack at night, Jason. He's going to go over under again. No, not enough over. Oh, no, he's going for it. He's got the overlap under brakes. Oh, he's got the M1 Bendex pad then. Just held him in the corner. He's doing some great work out there. Billy Mole is leading this race, peeps. So he's out in front with five tenths behind in front of Travis Daly, and Jason Douglas is sitting in third place now. So what you're seeing are the front three guys having an absolute blast and getting very close and wiggly. Mueller is off track again. Blake Ward's just set the fastest lap of the 150.5.
So he's on the move further back in the field.
Yep, he's just got Grundy. His cousin Reg.
They're saying they're selected on Trav
Stone Street's following. Stone Street's following Blake every move he makes. He's following him through. Jacob Trainer up 4 places, my boy.
I'm just seeing as well the overlay's frozen. I don't know why.
Oh, it has too.
Yeah.
No, I would have noticed if you didn't say anything, mate. We have got 7 minutes left in our viewers as well. So the big story out of this is Blake Warboys getting rotated around. He's now in 17th place with a night off from James Scott. It was his opportunity to get back into the pointy end of the title fight. He's done well with the first race, and now he's going to work his way back up. He needs to get somewhere around 10th place, somewhere around there to make a decent night out of it. Biggest mover tonight, Peter Pav so far, 15 places. Nice quiet move there, the silent assassin, Mr. Peter Pavlovich.
Dylan Gray and Jacob Trainer battling away in the bottom screen too. Warboys is hot on their heels at the moment as Andrew Rushworth has been off the track down there. Has to get it back online if he can.
Come on, Rushy. Grandma Mueller is after a replay of Ryan's exit.
Yeah, we can get a replay of that.
Ooh, that was a bit scary. Down the bottom there. Who was that? That just went off. That was Craig Burridge. I think he had a bit of code brown because he's got he's just oversteered there, missed his brake marker. Come back onto the track. And dirty tyres at this point as well. And looks like he's just gone straight through.
There's also this one for Ryan as well, a little bit earlier on, down at the final corner. Just got it real loose. There was a little bit of contact with Jay, so I don't know if contact caused the incident or not. You can get a better view of it. But Jace Douglas may have a drive-through penalty coming his way. We'll have to wait and see. So this is what happened with them. Oh, that was net code between them.
Yep.
So we'll see what race control say.
042 has caught something in for lap 7. Car 40, Andrew Rushworth.
So 5.5 minutes left in this race at the moment. Billy Mole leads the way. Trav Daly, Jace Douglas in behind him. Will Morgan, Troy Dooley, Peter Pavlovic, Blake Urquhart, Jake Slade, Ryan Mueller, Mitch Noble for the top 10 at the moment.
Jake Trainers off the track, permission to tow. I'm not sure what happened to him there, but he didn't sound happy.
Be surprised if it's at the end of the back straight once again, and it looks to be. So he's on that outside line on the grass. Car got real loose and straight into the barrier once again. It's Steve Banks all over again.
That Warren and Brown car does not look good. Good bit of advertising though. Any advertising is good advertising.
That's right, mate. That's right.
Billy Mole could be up for his first win for this season.
It could be. Would it be his first win overall?
First overall win?
Yeah, like a P1 on the road.
I'm not sure, mate. It could possibly be.
Because we could be on for a night of 2 firsts here, where Feldman takes her first class win and Billy Mole takes his first overall win.
We need a crofty, mate. We need a statistician in the background. They'll just pop us
we
some
need
stats
we need a
every now and
Larko is what we need.
A Larko.
Where's Dodsy when you need him?
Yeah, where are you, Dodgy? Just sit there. Just forget about racing anymore, Dodgy. Just be a statistician for us. I thought Dodgy was racing Tuesday nights.
No, he only races on Sunday.
That's right. That's right. Pretend football.
Nah, see, I reckon that Mr. Dodds...
3 minutes left, mate.
We should have Mr. Dodds in here as the statistician, but just keep him muted the whole time.
Just in our ears?
Yeah. No, not even then. We'll just mute him in Discord.
Just let him talk to himself?
Yeah, we'll just server mute him.
I'll tell you what, there's another new one tonight too. Will Morgan in the Pro-Ams. I haven't seen him on the podium yet, have you?
He's in the Pro, Cinco.
Oh, was he in a different colour?
I've got him in gold. Gold means he's a pro.
That's what I said, he's leading the Pro-Ams.
No, he's a pro. Gold is pro.
Oh, that's right. It is too, yeah. Crikey. Look at the the Pro-Ams.
I know, they're making mincemeat of the pros tonight.
Also, the AMs in the rookies did tonight as well in the previous race.
They
so
did.
Could be a night for the underdogs.
Maybe it is. Not long left to go though. Nearly 2.5 minutes, so 2 more laps. And Billy Mole barely has a gap at the moment over Trav Daly in behind him. And Jace Douglas is right there too. And Douglas would love to do the double tonight for the Pro-Am class. Oh, who's that that's just gone off on your screen, Sinker? That there is Blake Warboys. No, it's not. It is. Blake Warboys off the road.
Blake Warboys. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
I think he's made contact with Dave Arney. So we'll have a quick look as to what happened between them down there. So he's got up past him. Arnie's right below. Arnie's just giving him a serve.
He's just served him round. Who was that?
It was Dave Arney.
Dave Arney, shame on you. That was just blatant, really.
It was low percentage, if anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it just drove straight through him.
Just giving him a serve like he wasn't there.
Yeah. Shocking. Lots of fast drivers just pushing everyone out of the way. Oh, I don't know about that, dude, but there's been incidents left, right, and centre. The fact is that here, this track, if you try to go three wide,
Chase Douglas, sorry, he's off the road.
Chase Douglas is gone. There's no room for to get one wheel off the grass or anything. You've got to keep it all the black stuff.
Oh, Chase.
And if you don't, this is what happens. Yeah. But yeah, some. Oh, he's not happy.
He's not a happy boy.
Some harsh driving out there tonight.
He is not a happy boy at the moment, as the checkered flag is going to fly on this lap as Billy Mole comes down towards the final few corners. We're fairly certain this could be his first overall win in the Tuesday Supercars series, but we'll be having a chat to him nonetheless to get the updates on if it is. Jace is not happy. He's on the radio to RC, but for Billy Mole, around the final corner he comes for WKMP Sim Sports. It's not the way that Blake Warboys would have wanted it, but for Billy, it's exactly what he needed to recharge his championship. It's a race win in race 2, and WKMP do the double of VIR. Trav Daly will finish P1 for the Pro-Ams on the podium here tonight as well, overall, with Troy Dooley in P3. Will Morgan will finish P4. Blake Urquhart inside the top 5. Peter Pavlovic in P6. Ryan Mueller, Jake Slade, Angus Lawford and Dylan Gray for the top 10. Dooley up 13. Urquhart up 14. Actually, no, that's wrong because Dooley started pole, so I think the positioning is a little bit off there.
Yep.
But a solid night on the road for those drivers. Noble, Stone Street, Cowan, Grundy, Rush with the top 15. The big outs for points in race 2. Jace Douglas for the Pro-Am class on a last lap incident, and then Blake Warboys back in P18 as well.
Yeah, I think that was that could have gone either way. I remember we saw the outside of that. Couldn't quite see the inside of it. But Warboys, man, oh man, he's had a tough second race on a night where he needed some magic points. I think he's done enough to gain some vital positions tonight. And by the sounds of it, James Scott will probably be out for another week at least. So he's got a bit of a gap and breathing room there to make it a final fight for the last 2 rounds.
Well, it was chaotic, it was controversial, and it was as messy as ever. But that's why we love it, and that's why we love to see the drivers fighting it out. Provisional race results on your screen now for the feature here this evening. Billy Mole takes the win. Head of Trav Daly, Troy Dooley, Will Morgan and Blake Urquhart for your top 5. Peter Pavlovic, Ryan Mueller, Jake Slade, Angus Lawford, Dylan Gray for the top 10. Mitch Noble, Troy Stone Street with Andrew Cowan, Dom Grundy and Andrew Rushworth for the top 15. Brandon Levin, Will Buchanan, Blake Warboys, Dave Arney and Ben Brook then for the top 20 as we then look back to Jace Douglas, Chris Burridge, Jacob Traynor, Stephen Banks at the back of the field in that one.
Oof. Tell you what, for a track that we don't like, plenty of action tonight, as we expected.
Plenty of action tonight.
Plenty of action tonight.
So we await Billy Mole and Trav Daly to come have a chat to us. Whether they will or not, we'll find out.
Yeah. Boys have been a bit shy the last week.
Hopefully they come through and have a chat. Maybe we just scare them away, Sinker. Maybe that's the issue.
Maybe it's my husky voice they just don't like.
We have got Trav Daly in the green room, so we'll start off by having a chat to him here this evening. Trav, congratulations. P1 for the Pro-Am class in the end. P2 overall and a great effort. You started this car in a tough spot in this race, but you worked hard to try and fight your way through and get yourself to the pointy end. at the end of that race. So congratulations and a top effort.
Thanks, boys. Yeah, no, it's not too bad about this track. I was pretty skeptical about this track, but overall, this heat scared me a bit. But I kept my cool, and overall, I had a good car underneath me and a good bunch of teammates around me that helped me get through it.
So it's another positive performance for you this season, Trav. I think you've taken another race win this season, haven't you?
I think not last week, the week before.
Yeah, I think it was Daytona, wasn't it?
Yeah, Daytona, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, another win for you, so another good chunk of points. You seem to be on a roll. You've been at M1 now for a couple of seasons. How have you, obviously you're starting to really gel within the team. Is it helping you sort of get better and better every single week or every single season? And how are the gains you're finding amongst that team, obviously with Burridge and Kennedy and Crosby and others in that team with you?
100%, it's making a big difference because, well, all three of them, Kennedy, Crosby, Burridge, they're all different drivers and unique drivers. And so just learning different techniques from all of them, and also jumping in now and then with them in vets, doing fixed setups, that is really, I find, helping me a lot as well. So no, they big thanks to M1. They really improved my racecraft.
Well, mate, it has been paying off for you immensely. Let us know. Helps get you and M1 Racing out on track. Anyone else wish to give a shout out to? For myself, Sinker, and the rest of the league, congratulations on your class win here this evening out at VIR for the feature race.
No, we'll get big shout out to SRW. This race wouldn't be held without you guys and the broadcast team. Big thanks to M1 Racing. That's our main sponsor, Package Performance. And also, again, big thanks to the WKMP boys for helping out, just giving little tweaks and just encouraging us a bit more.
Very good, mate. Best of luck next week. Let me double check where we are next week. Best of luck next week out at Sonoma. Look forward to seeing how you go and if you can make it 2 in a row.
No worries. Cheers for that. I'll catch you later.
Thank you.
Well done, buddy. Good luck.
See you later. Bye.
Next up for WKMP Sim Sports, we have got Billy Mole in P1 on the road. Billy, we need to confirm just quickly, is that your first overall win in Tuesday Supercars?
Yeah, in like the Gen 3, I believe so, yes.
Well done, mate. Another cherry popper for the night. You and Di Feldman.
Yeah, I quickly saw she's won this. That's awesome for her. I love to see it.
It was a good spectacle for the night, mate. But how did you feel out front on this track? Was it at any point you thought, geez, I'm gonna lose this, or once you got in front, it was all good to go?
I had some pretty bad front end damage. I was really struggling down straights and corners, so I was thinking Trav had a chance with me, but it was just good enough to hold on, which is nice. And yeah, I'm happy to see him get a win too.
Now, Billy, tough night as well for Blake in race 2. Of course, he took the win in race 1. So you guys have managed to get obviously a back-to-back win on the night. What were the frustrations like with Blake? Because obviously it didn't go the way that he would have wanted, especially with James away with a bit of a sore ankle. So is he pulling up all right and focused now for Sunday night?
Yeah, I mean, he's got plenty of pace anyway. So like, yeah, he's all right about it. He knows he can win this championship still. And I actually had no idea about James until you mentioned on the broadcast earlier, which sucks to hear because it would have been a nice championship battle, but guess it's good for Blake. But yeah.
No, mate, obviously we're back here on Sunday. You and Ryan had some tight battling tonight, of course. What do you think can maybe be changed in terms of preparations coming into Sunday night's race, where it's going to be a 20 and a 40-minute race, and pit stops are then going to be a factor in race 2?
I'm going to drive the same, to be honest with you. I'll probably have to make a few tweaks set up for the larger fuel tank, but I'm just going to drive the same, which, yeah, push hard. And yeah, pretty much that's it for me anyway.
So
I know I can do well in this championship.
Do you reckon Blake's going to go back to the other livery now that he's had his worst run of the season thus far in race 2 with this Braun-inspired car?
Maybe, but he thought the other one was cursed. So I don't know what's going to happen there, to be honest with you.
Maybe you need a new livery designer.
Maybe. But I think Dean does an awesome job at our livery, so yeah.
No, he
Right.
does a cracking job, mate. But let us know how to get you and WK&P Sim Sports out on track. Anyone else wish to give a shout out to as well from myself, Sinker, and the rest of the league. Congratulations on your first win in the Gen 3 car here in SRW, and a solid night on the road here at VIR.
Cheers. Shout out to Wodonga Carts and Parts, Croc Promotion Carts Australia, Stone Street Plumbing, Super Cheap Auto, Rebel Sports, BCF, MacPack, Pool Guys Adelaide, Barella Cabinets, LGC Images, Dave 37 Racing, Warboys Motorsport, Send It, Don't Bend It, AMP Air, M1 Cars, and Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tune.
No worries, Billy. Well, thanks so much for coming over chat to us. Best of luck on Sunday night when we're back here at VIR, and best of luck next Tuesday when we're out at Sonoma.
Perfect. Cheers, boys. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Well done, buddy.
Sinker, what a night on the road for these Split 1 drivers. What a night on the road it was as well for Split 2 earlier on. Now we look ahead to Sunday where we're back here once again with the open season for round 13 of that series. Corrected round 13 after Sunday was unfortunately cancelled. We couldn't reschedule into Lagos, so it was cancelled, and now VAR becomes round 13 this upcoming Sunday night. Next week for Sonoma, we're going to have 3 rounds to go, and Sonoma's next on the list for the NASCAR layout of that circuit.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be good no matter what happens. It's going to be good. Quality drivers on a Sunday night as well, just like on tonight. It's just going to take the next level. They're going to probably drive a little bit cleaner. They're not as desperate for every corner. They're waiting for the errors and that, so it's going to be spectacular either way. So stay tuned Sunday night for the pros on this. And tomorrow night, where are we at tomorrow night? I don't even know.
Out at Sleben for round 6 of the Moser Racing Super Formula Championship. So should be a good night on the road for that one. James and Stephen in the booth for that one once again. Thursday for the Toyota GR86 Nationals. They're out at Donington Park for the Grand Prix circuit. A little bit of a preview for our last round of the season for the Supercars as well. So that'll be a good run for them. And then, of course, we're back here at VAR Sunday night for the Supercars Championship once again. So it'll be a big week of racing ahead for us here in SRW, and a lot of opportunities on track for drivers to take race wins. As well. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good week, Sinker. I look forward to getting back in here on Tuesday and cracking on once again.
Excellent, mate. Well done tonight, and thank you to the viewers for supporting us tonight out there. It's been a blast.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a big shout out to all of our series sponsors, including our title sponsors, Warren & Brown Tools, for their support of the V8 Supercar Series, as well to Moser Racing as the title sponsors of the Wednesday night Super Formula Lights Championship, and of course the Australian Open Wheel Nationals as well. The date to be announced for that race coming out very, very shortly, as well as the track choice as well. As well to our other series sponsors, Shunt Scenery, Grim Industries, home of the VR Coffee Table, which can be found on Prime Video's Top Gear Australia, as during the news interviews and other studio segments, as well as PDD. You guys can message Phoenix Driver Development on Facebook, or Laz and Rehan Leonage on Discord to set yourselves up with some setups or with some training sessions as well. They specialise in the supercars, and they do any supercars from the 09 Ford Falcon all the way up to the Gen 3 car as well, so they'll be able to get you sorted very, very quickly. Please, 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 if you can, like, subscribe, click the bell icon as well so you're notified whenever we go racing here on SRW TV. We are getting so close to 1,500 subscribers. I want to see it hit by the end of the season. It would be absolutely spectacular if you could be a part of it. For myself, Hamish Munro and Steve Sinkovic alongside, appreciate your time, appreciate your effort being here with us once again. We'll see you guys Sunday for VIR with myself and Sinker back in the booth. Sinker, we'll see you guys tomorrow for Super Formula Lights with James in the booth as well. But until then, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.
Amazing, I was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Waters, almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Bruce